Freshman Chloe Smith. Sophomore Jasmine Wilmot. And 7th and 8th grade competition varsity squad members, Alexis Hill. Anaya Hill. Jordan Morris. Ava Turner.
I got you. Thanks.
Okay. Did he show up, Brad?
What's that?
Did he show up again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's right here.
Okay, we'll come down to you in a minute.
Okay.
And I hit everything I need to hit there.
Are we good?
I think I've hit everything I need to hit tonight.
Hey, Butler, just make sure to give me probably a 30-second deal. He's over here signing autographs, and I'll just snap
We'll
him
give
out
it
of
to
there.
you. Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
Please direct your attention to the field for the introduction of the
We do.
2022-2023 Tallassee High School dance team. Members are Captain Chesney Russell.
A lot of introductions going on. Cheerleaders, dance team now here at J. Heidelbrod Stadium. Tallassee versus Reeltown coming up. They just recognized Macy Stewart. She's a state champion. Her mother let me know they're going to do that tonight. Won some rings. She's won a couple of rings. She's won it a couple of times. She's actually run a lot of fingers to put the rings on. Yeah, congrats to Macy.
Going to win more.
Surely so.
Yes, definitely so.
Let me mention something before we go down to Brad because he's got a guest for us, A.J. Green, in just a moment. But I want to mention that I want to say thanks to HDD Broadband. They're providing the video feed for the Internet that gives us the quality of signal that we need to do Internet for video streaming and audio streaming. And we had a snag. We checked all this out, but something happened, and that's the way things go technically. But Larry Rogers and the crew, Sarah, his daughter, were here. They got it back up and running, so you should have a good quality signal. You get online, you can listen or watch tonight. We're on Spectrum Channel 340. We're on Tallassee Times TV on YouTube. We're on all the AM and FM channels available to you and online as well. WTLS and 1300WTLS.com. And thanks again to HDD for their support of these broadcasts.
Went above and beyond.
No doubt.
Because now he doesn't have TV at his house.
Yeah, he brought his cable box to us.
All right, we got Brad. A.J. Green is here tonight. We talked about that. This is a huge social media star. TikTok, he has 3.1 million followers. We chatted with him earlier this week. He's here tonight giving out free stuff. Let's go down to Brad.
He has found the talented tiger. Hey, AJ. It's Butler. We got AJ Green here. He's a social media superstar. Being 46 years old, I'm fixing to let him tell us exactly what he does and what it is that's causing all these kids to go crazy since he's walked in the gate tonight.
I'm excited to be here. So, obviously, when I come to these high school games, I want everybody to be engaged into the game. I want to bring some excitement to the game. And for these players, I want to bring them exposure on social media, especially in the world with NIL deals nowadays. It's all about that social media presence. And for these kids out there that aren't playing, they see me. Some of them, I might be their inspiration for continuing to play. So just for them to see me in person, because this is the first time I've ever been to Alabama. So, they probably never expected to ever see me here. Now I'm face-to-face with them. So it's real exciting, to see where my fan base is and see the support all around the country.
So this is a situation, AJ. I'm hearing here that it started out as a way for you to promote these kids that maybe otherwise weren't getting seen, and now it's just exploded and turned into, 3.1 million viewers, right?
Yes, sir. And I keep hearing this school is kind of small, but it sounds like it's making a big splash. It's about to get even bigger.
Well, we hope you guys enjoy the game tonight. We appreciate a little bit of your time, and I'm sure we'll see you up and down the sidelines the rest of the night.
You're going to see, hear me. You're going to see, hear me, everything.
And welcome to Alabama.
Yeah, they said welcome to Alabama, AJ.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
AJ, thank you. Thank you, Brad, as well. Appreciate you guys being down there here tonight. And thank you to the good Lord above. He took care of us with the forecast tonight, didn't he? We thought it was going to rain.
Yep.
It's been a forecast for wet weather all week. It's rained through most of Alabama today. But here, we've been spared. Usually I like the rain, but tonight let's hold off. And as far as the crowd goes, it's Still filing in, but we got a little ways to go to get filled up here. We want to fill this place up. This is the game that's supposed to do it tonight, isn't it?
That's what we've always said. You know, if the stadium was ever going to be full, it would be on a Reeltown Tallassee game.
Well, Reeltown's got fewer seats to fill, and they've almost done it on their side. The Tallassee seating section is getting there. I would say the bottom tier is pretty close to full, but the second half, the upper decker level is, about a third full now? So we could get there tonight. It's possible.
The concourse is pretty loaded over there, though, right up under the overhang. And if those people would take their seats, it would probably fill in a good bit.
Well, there's time to get here before kickoff. We got 15 minutes. We'll take another timeout. More of the CB&S Bank countdown to kickoff coming your way here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
Hall of Fame coach who passed away earlier this year, Coach Dwayne Webster. Coach Webster coached at both Tallassee and Reeltown and was instrumental in having the two football programs to play each other.
Hey,
This rivalry was initiated
Michael.
in 1984.
Are you going to say anything about Coach Mack?
Webster played for Hot
Yeah, we
O'Brien.
will when we come back.
And
Thank you
later
for
became
reminding me.
Coach for Tallassee from 1970 to 1973. He then became coach at Reeltown, where he coached for 26 seasons. He won 218 games in 30 years as a head coach. His 1987 Reeltown team won the state championship. In 1987, Webster was a two-time Alabama Sports Writer Association Coach of the Year and was inducted into the Alabama High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame in 1994.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you. This side is packed out, buddy.
Always is. That's one thing I love about their fan base. They travel good. Of course, I know we're not that far away.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's hop, skip, and a jump, thank goodness.
But even if on away games, man, they travel. They've got a good fan base.
We still got people coming in. Ooh.
Hey, were you guys able to hear us good?
Yeah, it gets a little bit choppy sometimes, but it was all right.
I got you. There's,
Yeah, you
there's
just
there's
got to
some
make sure
static.
you face us completely because whenever you turn, it'll go out.
Okay.
Yeah, but it sounded good. I thought this would have been better. Can't seem to get good quality there.
Score 94 and hit 106.
I need to get you to do it. You come a lot cheaper than him, I bet you.
Heck yeah.
Probably do a better job.
Pause for a moment of silent meditation to be followed by the pledge to the United States flag
Yeah.
and our national anthem. The prayer will be led tonight by the chaplain of the Pride of Tallassee, Danielle Bird.
It's time for our invocation, pledge, and national anthem.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today. Please protect all of the participating members and help us to realize your blessings of mercy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please join in our pledge to the United States flag. The pledge will be led tonight by the captain of the Pride of Tallassee, Josh Cobb.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We now ask that you join in singing as the Pride of Tallassee plays our national anthem.
Pride of Tallassee with our national anthem as we're ready for matching tonight, Tallassee versus Reeltown here at J. Hyde O'Brien Stadium. Not the only game on tap tonight. The Kyle Caldwell era will begin in Eclectic as Elmore County takes on Marbury tonight, kicking off their season. There's a matchup in AISA Lowndes and Macon East this week. We look at some of the other playoff big games coming up this week. St. James Montgomery Academy is always a huge test. They kick it off on Friday night, as do Trinity and Booker T. Washington and Tuskegee. L.A. O'Neill, a Reeltown product, coaching that team. That's our opponent next week, by the way. Fultondale at Hopeful, McGill, Tulane, and Catholic. Pike Road and Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa, Shades Valley and Stanhope, Elmore, J.D. and Wetumpka, Foley and Prattville, and Lee Lanier playing on a Saturday. It's kind of an odd day, isn't it? For a high school football game?
Crampton Bowl deal, you know. Got to swap out.
Yeah, that's right. We have our game here kicking off in just a few minutes as the Tigers take on the Rebels. So glad this game's back on the schedule. Isn't it something?
Yes. Yes, it's exciting. I mean, why wouldn't you? This is awesome for both schools, such a close community, and it benefits both schools. So, you know, fans make it the event that it needs to be. Players make it the event it needs to be. Keep it going, and that's what we need to do because it's too good of a rivalry, too just fun of a time for it not to be around.
Exactly. I agree with you, Oz. Like you said, why wouldn't you play this rival? You know, Michael brought it up a while ago. A lot of these boys play on the same baseball team together in Little League, Babe Ruth, and all of that. We know each other, been playing against them in Dixie Youth. So why wouldn't you play it? It's one of the funnest games for the year for me.
Not only that, just add one other thing. I'm sorry. A lot of these guys go to church together,
Yep.
went to pre-K together, and some of them may even be related down the line. So, you know, it's fun. I can't wait.
Captains coming onto the field for Tallassee in the purple jerseys tonight with the white numerals, gold helmets. Captains are Travarius Langford, DJ Leonard, Luke Burdett, and Tyler Ellis. For Reeltown in the white tonight, the royal blue. Captains are Seth Hill, Connor Spain, Omar Pons, and Logan Dillard. 80 degrees here just before game time with this matchup. Won by Tallassee last year, 34-13 was the final. And Jalen Daniels had a field day. He's now gone on to the next level, be playing at North Alabama this year. Rushed for 328 yards in that win. Of course, if you go back a couple of seasons, that's when Reeltown won it here in overtime, 27-21. On Jalen Daniels, not in the offense anymore. You got to find other guys to step up. He rushed for 2,500 plus yards the last couple of years. That's not in the offensive package anymore.
Yeah, I believe that, you know, I don't know, not talked to Coach Battles, but you got two guys, and Joseph Hooks and little Josh Griffin, that's been toting the rock for a while now for the youth leagues. They both really good running backs. I would assume he's probably going to try to do a little bit running back by committee until he sees which one's got the hot hand for the night. And so we said this earlier, you know, there's going to be some young guys. They got to step up tonight. We lost 19 seniors last year. Somebody else's turn to step up and be in the spotlight.
One guy that will be in the starting lineup tonight, we mentioned Tyler Ellis is getting the start at quarterback as he's back at Tallassee for his 4th season at QB. You do not have that on the Reeltown side. Gabe Bryant, who started these last 2 games in this rivalry, has graduated, and we don't know who they're going to start tonight. There's talk that Jake Hornsby may start. They've got Caleb Spivey back in the lineup here, a transfer from Eclectic. And Coach Johnson has kept hush-hush about his lineup. Nobody knows who he's starting tonight because he wouldn't let us know. He says, I'm not giving that. Well, he never gave it to us. We've asked everybody. It's not available. We'll go through the starters here for Tallassee that we have in a few moments, but it'll be a mystery as far as what Reeltown will put on the field until they snap the football on offense for the first time.
We just know they're going to be 11 on their side, but we don't know which 11, right?
Yeah, that is correct. We're looking for the official to come out so he can flip the coin.
Looks like all the officials are out there, but they're holding it up for some reason.
Well, I guess it's 4 minutes technically before kickoff.
Well, if the teams are ready, you might as well bring them out, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
He said we're walking at 3 minutes.
All right, well, that'll give me a minute to give you the lineup, so I'll go ahead and do it for Tallassee. This is the offense and the defense projected tonight from Coach Battles. We mentioned Tyler Ellis, senior, starting at quarterback. In the backfield, Cade Everson and DJ Leonard, along with Caden Griffith. We do have the line. It is Ben Carwile, Micah Cole, Austin Gray, Braden Arnold, and Jaquan Griffin. That line anchored by Micah Cole, a senior. And then your receivers are Josh Boatwright and Mason Stewart. Defensively for the Tigers, you'll see some of the same names. Micah Cole, Braden Arnold, and Eli Whittington set the start defensive front-wise. The linebackers are Luke Burdett, Caden Griffith, Josh Griffin, and Joseph Hooks. And in the secondary, defensive backs are James Bender, DJ Leonard, Cade Everson, and Travarius Langford. We mentioned the special teams. Don't forget them out. Punter, Cade Everson, and kicker, Alec Carswell.
That's a lot of speed in that backfield as far as the defensive backs.
We got to see a little bit, from the spring. Tallassee played a spring game. Reeltown did an intra-squad thing. And Tallassee played Russell County, and we got to see some pretty good stuff. Now, Tyler left, and he came back afterwards, but he did not play in that game. Cade looked pretty good at quarterback. He played some in the second half. He's got good speed. But I really like what I saw from DJ Leonard. And he's got the start. I think a lot of people think little Josh Griffin is obviously the heir apparent. He's a little bit younger, but DJ's going to get his time. He's getting the start tonight in the backfield, and he's pretty doggone good.
Absolutely, DJ's really good running back.
Let's go down to the field with Brad for the coin toss.
Number 3, Reggie Langford. Number 7, Luke.
As this is Mr. Ford, he'll be your umpire tonight. I'm Mr. Hall. I'll be your referee. First of all, congratulations on being selected as captains of your team. That means your fellow players, your coaches think a lot of you. Biggest thing for you is keep your team in check. We need sportsmanship tonight. It starts with you guys. As long as you guys are good sports, it'll go down to the rest of your team. We'll have a great night of football, okay? Reeltown, you're the away team, so you're going to get to call the toss. If I drop the coin, we'll do it again. I have a heads and a tails. Heads and a tails. What would you like to call? What did he call? Reeltown is called tails. And toss is heads. So what would you like to do? Okay. So Tallassee's won the toss.
Tallassee has won the
You're
toss.
going to elect to receive the ball.
All right, we're getting the ball to start, fellas.
You knew they'd do that. Tallassee, when they get the toss, they want the football.
Yeah. And I actually like that by Coach Battles. He wants the ball, wants to try to set the tone early in the game and get a long drive, and maybe score right here at the beginning. I like taking the ball early. I just like that plan.
Well, this has been the CB&S Bank Countdown to Kickoff. It's coming up next right here from Score 94 and Hit 106.
Little Josh might wind up doing a lot of wide receiving since he's not in the backfield. He'll probably get his touches off, I would think.
This will need to be a short break. I don't know if we got all the long ones in, Leanne. So you may have to cut it, come back, catch up. Okay. So what did you say? I couldn't hear you. That'll work. You can see.
I like the thickness of it.
She had to print it for me last minute.
That's what you need to print us some on.
It holds up better.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah. Ready to kick this thing off. Tallassee versus Reeltown. J.E. Hott O'Brien Stadium. Football's back in 2022.
Tallassee High School extends
Both of these teams reached the first round of the playoffs last year and then were knocked out. Tallassee 5A last year. Reeltown was 3A. They dropped down to 2A. The Tigers remain in the 5A classification to start this year. Realignment and changing up the schedule a bit, too. Some new opponents. But this one stayed a mainstay at the beginning, and that's a great thing as we start year 3 since the renewal. This is meeting number 19. Both teams have won 9.
It's hard to believe it. 9-9. That goes to show you how close this rivalry's been over the years.
Even Steven, ready to kick it off, is Jake Hornsby, who will tee it up on the 40-yard line.
He's going old school with the strap on the toe.
Those square toe. That'll bring a tear to Sterling's heart.
Not quite full here. I would say there's still some seats to be had, but there are a lot of people standing. So it may be close to capacity at least.
I think
this place seats 5,500.
I think it'd be north of 3/4 way full anyway.
Short kick. We're going to call for a fair catch and make it at the 38. Zy Collins with the grab, and that's where Tallassee will begin, 1st and 10.
All right, Michael.
First down 10 for the Tigers at the 39.
We get to see who's going to be starting for Reeltown.
We did get kind of a partial lineup. On their side. So we got some of the names and faces as Tallassee will open up with Everson actually in a wildcat set going right side. Fumble the football. It's on the ground. I think Cole might have gotten it back. We'll see. At the 40. There's a scrum to see who got the ball, and it
second down
is on Cole. Yeah, Reeltown thought they had him at Cole. Thank God was there.
He come up a little gimpy though. Michael did. Maybe he'll walk that off.
Yeah, Coach Battle's just praising Micah Cole, who's a senior this year. He's played several years in the varsity program and had an excellent summer in camps, and he said he just whipped everybody he went up against in these camps with some of the best players in high school football.
You know, he played a lot as a freshman also, Michael. I know he wasn't a starter, but he played a lot of snaps as a freshman.
Little pitch on an end around this time. It's going to be bottled up. It was Everson again who got to the 42. A late penalty flag flies in. We'll see what that's all about.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, I would guess, on them. Number 50 hit our guy on the ground with his fist.
Boy, that'll drive a coach nuts. So you're going 3rd and long here, and you're going to get an automatic 15.
We'll take it.
Coach Johnson won't be happy with that one. And we were facing 3rd and about 8. And that will move it across midfield into Rebel territory, 1st down Tigers.
Well, that'll get the Reeltown fans excited to start with since we got an early penalty. They'll get riled up real nice.
1st down 10 for the Tigers at the Rebel 44.
At the 44 of Reeltown now, 1st down, Tallassee. And the handoff, left side, inside the 43 to the 42. And that was DJ Leonard, the senior. who picked up just a couple. Second down and about 8.
Yeah, had a little crease right there, but it closed really quick. That was a good job by number 23 for the Reeltown Rebels, Baylor Clayton, filling that gap right there.
Under center is Ellis, and it will be Griffith. This is Caden Griffith. Hit at the 40, keeps his feet, so he may not get the forward progress because he spun out of a tackle. We see, I think they're going to give it to him anyway at the 40.
A 3-yard.
And we'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
That was a good hard run by Caden. That's pretty impressive. Took several licks, kept going, kept churning his feet. He's a big, young, strong man.
And Tallassee with a 3rd down this time. 6 to go. Could be 4-down territory on the short side of the field. Let's see. Shotgun set for Ellis. He's yet to put one in the air. And he will look to pass this time. Has time to throw and does. And a catch is made, but I think it might have been out of bounds. We'll see if they call it in. No. Everson on the sideline. But there was a late hit potentially. We'll see about that. So another flag down. And Johnson is furious on his sideline, and he should be, but at his own guys, because that's 2 after the play of died penalties. I mean, dead ball penalties that are going to give Tallassee another 1st down. They were looking at 4th down this time. Well, I don't want to jump the gun. We'll see.
I think that was actually, that was on us.
Ineligible man downfield. Okay. Well, now they're going to decline the penalty, and Tallassee will elect to punt. So we're going to play field position on 4th down and 6.
Yeah, from where we're at over here, Michael, it was hard to tell exactly what the penalty was for because it was on the other sideline away from us.
Emerson, you throw and catch, but Everson was just beyond the line. It wouldn't have counted anyway with a penalty. And now he's on the punt.
Everson in punt formation for the Tigers.
And fair catch is called for and made at the 8-yard line by Catavius Tay Martin.
We know him.
We do.
Used to be a young man that went to Tallassee, Alabama.
1st down, 10.
He'll start Will Reeltown at the 8 there. He got 92 yards in front of him. 1st down. Tallassee unable to do anything with it. Got the 1st down aided by penalty. Nothing after that.
Yeah, we had some good defense by the Rebels on that first drive. And so now we've got to match their intensity while we're on defense also.
It will be Jake Hornsby starting at quarterback in a pistol formation. He had a high snap, handled it, handed it off, left side run across the 10, out to about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Micah Cole grabs on and makes the tackle of Arthur Woods.
Yeah, it's hard to get around Micah, and you're not going to run at him a whole lot because like we said earlier, he's a big, strong young man. Been playing a lot of snaps over the last few years. We know he's going on to the next level somewhere to play.
It's a gain of 3, 2nd down, 7 to go. Pistol set again. Here comes pressure. Pass is underway, and the catch is made out across 15, 20, broken tackle, 25, and knocked down at the 33-yard line. That was Martin. A big 1st down throw and catch.
Yeah, Luke Burdett, he come from the linebacker spot right there, and the guy tried to cut back to the inside, and number 7, Luke Burdett, met him coming back inside. Good tackle by Luke Burdett, because if Luke doesn't get him right there, he might be gone for 6.
Reeltown with a 1st down, getting some breathing room out to the 32. Got a new LED light set here, and they have been working on it. It took them till today to finally get it all fixed. We really can't tell much now, but the sun is setting. Should make it brighter here at the stadium. End around run by Thomas. He's chopped down at the 34. He picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, good tackle by little Josh Griffin. He did a nice job coming up and filling that hole. They picked up, like you said, Michael, about 4 yards. I'd like to see us fire off the ball just a little bit better on our defensive line. Right now, Reeltown's getting kind of a push on us, so we need to reverse that.
2nd down play for Reeltown. Hornsby is the quarterback. Trip set to the right. Tigers bring an extra man, but he has time. They picked it up. Catch is made over the middle, across midfield to the 45-yard line. It goes Demetrius Brown. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Not sure what that call is going to be. Reeltown's coming back, so.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on Josh.
Got a hold call against Reeltown. Reeltown's fans were excited about the call.
Josh Griffin, Lil Josh, as he's officially known, was trying to get outside the tackle, and they grabbed him. So that negates a big play by the Rebels. Drops them back all the way to their 23-yard line. It was first down at the Tigers' 45. Now it's second down and about 20. Over the middle, catch made. Nice play by Everson coming up to make the tackle on Cruz Johnson.
I like to see that. Cade came in there. He laid the lumber to him. Wasn't scared. Good open field tackle by Cade Everson. That's what you like to see out of your free safety, though, Michael. Somebody that's not scared to come up and hit somebody.
I think that was Spain on the catch there, not Johnson. And did pick up about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 13. The Tigers are bringing some heat. You'll notice they're just about on every play. Griffin is blitzing from his linebacker position. And they picked it up pretty well. Here's the play, but first time is called by Reeltown. We'll take it with them. 6:56 to go. First quarter, no score.
Rebels, their first time out in the half. The McCraney Cottle Arts Council, along with the Elmore County Commission, presents the Mount Vernon Southern Gospel Homecoming this Saturday at First Baptist Church, Tallassee. The program begins at 6 o'clock. Featured artists include the Dove Award-winning vocalist Mark Lanier, as well as many other local favorites. Tickets are $20 and may be purchased at the door.
Hey, I want to pan the crowd when you come back. I'll do that. Say, mention something about the crowd tonight.
Third down 12 for the Rebels.
Ready. Yeah. Philip Beckham panning the crowd tonight for you to see. The crowd is pretty big. And great video tonight, thanks to Tiger Nation. We've upgraded some equipment, and people are noticing the difference. Thanks for watching on Tallassee Times TV on YouTube. Spain had one go through his hands that time. Incomplete. It was a good throw. Hornsby had time to deliver it and put it on the money, but it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, we had good coverage on that. And one of the things I like right here, because they kind of been hitting us over the middle where the linebackers are at. So this time we did not blitz. We dropped little Josh back in coverage, and we cut off that underneath pass. And so he really didn't have but one choice, and that was to go long. But good defense by the Tallassee Tigers.
Fourth down 12 for the Rebels. Number 18, Demetrius Brown in the punt formation.
And time to punt. Brown will punt for Reeltown. Back for Tallassee or Stewart and Langford. And it's going to be Stewart getting a shot at the 30. Well, he called for a fair catch. Looked like he had some room to run, but elected to just grab it there.
Stewart, first down for the Tigers.
Great punt, by the way, with
yeah,
no return.
That was a nice punt. Young man's got a good leg.
Traded punts here in the first two possessions for each team. Nothing doing after basically almost 6 minutes into the game. 6:30 to go in this first quarter of play.
First down 10 for the Tigers.
Scoreless between the Reeltown Rebels and the Tallassee Tigers. Here are the Tigers back on offense. That flipped the field right there with that punt. Griffin comes in motion, play fake to him. It will be Ellis who just dives through the air out to the 34. He picked up about 4.
Yeah, Jake Hornsby for Reeltown made a good stop. Tyler kind of did a Superman, and Jake come up, talking him right there for a short gain.
You know, Tyler really got into the running game a good bit last year. I felt like he came into his own. He had his best year yet. He'd gone through some growing pains as a freshman and sophomore seasons, but really was a dual threat, able to run and throw, and he will be used for both this season. Here's Griffin, tries to turn it inside, then go pop it outside, and he got nothing. And we got a 3rd down and long coming up again. That's become pretty familiar for Tallassee here in the early going.
Yeah, Reeltown's doing a really good job of reading that, basically just coming back across the defense. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Heat break timeout. We'll take it to 5:41 to go in this first quarter. Still no score. Yeah. I don't know why you couldn't see it on there. It should be there. Yeah. Tigers with a 3rd and 7 after the heat break timeout. Back on the field. Ellis is at quarterback. Goes back in the shotgun set. Leonard to his right. And we got the officials blowing whistles and calling another timeout. I guess Tallassee's going to take it. We'll keep it here while they do that.
Yeah, Coach Battles didn't like what he saw from Reeltown on the defensive side of the ball, and so it looks like he's going to go out there and change the play. Maybe try something a little bit different.
We do have Oz doing the stats tonight. You can check them out on Twitter. Follow us at WTLS Radio. We encourage you to like our YouTube page, the Tallassee Times TV YouTube page. And we're almost to 1,000 followers on that page. That'd be nice. They say they'd start paying you when you get to 1,000.
Oh, we got to get there then.
Yeah, we're only under 100 to go. So
big time.
Yeah, you think you can get yourself a bunch of computer accounts and finish that off for us?
Sure.
Since you're that guru. Oz, not much so far, statistically speaking. It's still early, though, right?
Yes, real early.
Well, here's a big chance for Tallassee on 3rd down after the timeout. Both teams have used one. 3rd and 7. Sends Leonard in motion. Has time. Wants to go deep down the field for Griffin. And he made the catch and it came out. He had it, and then it came out. Would have been a big play. The ball was there. He could not hold on. When he hit the ground, it popped loose. So 4th down, and Tallassee will have to punt.
Yeah, Little Josh did a good job of high pointing the ball and shielding off the defender. I know he wishes he had that play over again, but that looked pretty good other than the drop. Maybe we can hit that combination again before the night's over with.
Here's Averson to punt for the 2nd time tonight.
Number 17, Tavis Martin. And number 9, Arthur Woods.
Got a little pressure. That one looked funny off the foot. Watermelon style punt. It's going to take a good Tallassee roll inside the 40 down to the 31. And then we get another late flag.
Yeah, we got to cut that out.
We're going to have some of these emotions with these two rivals going head to head, but unnecessary all the same. White hat discussing it. And it is a personal foul against Reeltown. So they've had a couple of those already tonight, and it's an offsetter because it's also called against Tallassee. First down, Reeltown from the 31.
Yeah, they're not happy about that on this side, but we liked it. Glad it offset.
Well, at least he didn't walk it off 15 and come back and walk it back the other 15. That's always unnecessary, huh?
Yeah, it makes me confused.
Reeltown started its first drive inside its 10, able to get a couple of first downs, but then had to punt it away. Tallassee a 3 and out on that last drive. Their only first down tonight has come by way of penalty, so they haven't been able to get anything going thus far. Here are the Rebels. High snap, new quarterback begins Bobby, and he's just going to have to take it and eat it in the backfield. Handed it off at the last minute, and it went even further backwards. Back to the 24-yard line as against Bobby entered the game, and then he handed the ball off to Woods and nowhere to go. They lost about 7 yards on that.
Yeah, that was a good read by little Josh Griffin. He come on the outside corner blitz over here, and he hit the quarterback and the running back at the same time, about the time they were handing the ball off, and then the rest of the Tiger defensive line got in there with him.
Second and very long now, about 17 to go. High snap, throw, missed him. A flutter that was intended out there for Thomas. And it's third down and long. So we thought they might run a little bit of a platoon at quarterback, rotating with Spivey. He is definitely the prototype, 6'1", 220-pounder, coming in for Hornsby, who started the game. And he's just a sophomore, is Spivey. Hornsby's a junior. Now he's got a third and long. Tigers should be expecting them to try to put it up and throw it down the field. Let's see if they get to him.
Trying to get some pressure.
He broke away from it. Now a late flag comes in as Bobby will run for it. He knocked the ball loose. It's on the ground, and purple jerseys all around it. They have it at the 33. If it's against Reeltown, the Tigers will get a turnover.
It was holding. It looked like. I think that's what I just saw.
Indication holding.
Penalty decline. Was that Bender that came up with the ball? James Bender looked like came off the bottom of the pile for the Tigers. There were a lot of guys that could have gotten it. No Reeltown Rebel near it. The holding penalty is declined, and Tallassee has it in business. Best field position of the night at the 32 of the Rebels.
I'll tell you guys, Cade Epperson came up right there, and he meant business. That's a big guy toting the ball there. He laid a lick. They're going to remember that. That was a good hit. Good play right there. A lot of emotion in it as well on the sideline.
Everson is the one that created it. He's a pretty big guy, too. He hit the big quarterback, Spivey, and the ball popped loose. There's been a couple of fumbles tonight. Tallassee recovered theirs. Reeltown unable to do the same, the first turnover of the night. And now Reeltown follows that with a penalty on the defensive front. They jumped too early, and the Tigers get a free 5. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 26.
Yeah, the nose guard got a little quick on the count.
Under center is Ellis. Play fake, looking to throw pressure. Throws it to wide open Leonard, who caught the ball at the 1. He had to stop in his tracks because it was a little underthrown, but Tallassee's got 1st and goal.
Well, Tyler right there, it was underthrown a little bit. Michael, I agree with you 100%, but he had to kind of step up in the pocket because they was getting some outside pass rush on him, and he stepped up, and then he saw Leonard kind of on I guess like a skinny post, and so good job with Leonard coming back to the ball and catching that.
Marked him down at the 2, 1st and goal Tigers. Now they shift. Everson is in the Wildcat now, under center, at least behind center, and he will take the snap directly, breaks away from one tackler, hit behind the line, and drops at about the 3, a loss of a yard, maybe even 2.
Got to spot it up at the 3.
2nd and goal.
Reeltown's extremely fast on the outside edges. They've been their defense has been real stingy on the outside edges, so we're going to have to kind of make an adjustment to that. They're reading that very well, our play, when we're trying to do that little stretch play to the outside.
They may say a little bit of 20 right here.
Yeah, Griffith, he is the big man. He is in a blocking back position. Is going to snap directly to Josh Griffin with an in, and he will take it into the end zone for the first score of the season. Little Josh Griffin puts Tallassee on top 6-0.
Let's hope we see a bunch of that this year, Michael.
And the first light show of the season
That's what I'm talking about.
As we see the LEDs start flashing. So the Tigers capitalize on the Reeltown turnover, a 32-yard scoring drive, capped by a 3-yard run from Griffin. And it's 6-0. We'll see the first of Alec Carswell. He's the kicker. He's coming in. Plays Clay Johnson, who graduated. Was a couple of years in that spot. Good snap and hold. The kick misses wide to the left. Rigsby holding and Battle snapping. Carswell's 0 for 1, but I'm sure he's going to get some more shots this year. 6-0 Tallassee, 3:11 to go in the first quarter of play. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
I thought they were supposed to change colors. The lights, I thought they were supposed to change colors. That's on Brent. Maybe it's just not.
Hey, Michael, what's the Twitter? I got to log back in. What's the Twitter? I got to log, or is it Twitter we do it? I'll have to do it in a minute.
Went away. My bad.
What?
It went away.
We're getting a lot of these tonight. Yeah. We're ready. Tallassee on the board with a touchdown by Griffin. Josh Griffin makes it 6-0 Tigers. Carswell the kick from the 40. They tee it down. 3:11 to go in this first quarter. Short kick, high. Fair catch called for and made at the 32-yard line. Grabbed there by Seth Hill, the senior. And thanks to all who've been complimenting the broadcast and the webcast tonight via Tallassee Times TV on YouTube. Gary Buchanan, our former cohort, used to sit up here with us, stand up here with us, calling these games, is enjoying it. We thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Brett. I know his son just got married. Just saw that on Facebook.
Looks like some lights may not have come back up.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of dark out there.
We got the new LED. It's an experiment, the LED light show. We did see a little flash of that right after the touchdown. Let's see if Reeltown can counter now, down by 6. And they go back to Hornsby at quarterback. Does look dark. We lost some lights. You're right about
on this
that.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dark. We can't see them. They're behind us. We're on the visitor's side in this box, and that's the lights that have gone away, just disappeared. And, you know, we got a little daylight left, so when it gets really dark, it's going to be tough to see anything. That's got to get fixed.
Hey, that's actually what they were over here talking about. They're having issues with it now.
I don't think they'll be trying that flashing light show again after any scores tonight. You know, the thing we talked about with LEDs is you can turn them off, turn them back on. You don't have to wait for them to cool down and warm back up. That's the luxury, but they're not working properly tonight.
Yeah, all the ones on the home side, you can tell they're burning bright. It's just
Well, they better go on and tee it up. We're going to get right back out there and play while we got some daylight left. Oh, well, I don't know what they're going to do. If we have to hold it back and delay it, then who knows how long that could last. Looks like we're going to try to go again. All right, first down for Reeltown.
Like Hornsby's back at quarterback.
At their 33. Yes, he is. In a pistol formation. High snap. They've struggled with that a little bit tonight. Tallassee all over him this time as he ended off in the backfield and nowhere to go. A loss in the play. It'll be a loss of 3. Went to Woods again back there. Nowhere for him to go.
Number 59, Ben Carwell, was in on that stop. Did a real good job, defensive line, getting good pressure. You know, we talked about that a while ago. We need to kind of flip that.
You know, I taught Ben everything he knows, Ben Carwell.
Oh, yeah,
he was my neighbor for many years. We played a lot of backyard football together. Anything he does on the field is right through me.
Gotcha.
All right? I'll take credit for it, Liz. Here's 2nd and 13. Hand off to the tailback. And Tallassee all over that one. It maybe gained a yard. We got a 3rd and 12 coming up.
3rd down 11.
That time they went with number 2. That's Thompson.
Number 2, Thompson.
Rotating some backs in and out. You know, we don't see the old-fashioned wishbone that we used to see all these years. And Reeltown has run that some with Matt Johnson, but you know, that was a thing that we saw for years with Dwayne Webster back in the good old days of the wishbone offense. And, of course, Jackie O'Neill followed that himself.
We ran the wishbone when we were in high school. We've kind of, it looks like we've got, like I said, we subbed out some defensive linemen. Good to see that.
Time is called. Whistles from the official. Reeltown wanted a timeout. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. We'll break away as well. 6-0 Tallassee.
All right, Michael, tell it to me one more time, Michael.
Steve, he just stepped away, Steven. Took his headset off.
Yeah, he told me, though. Do you know the pass? Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe it's just mine, and then I have to tell it where to. Can't remember. It's been so long, man. Yeah, what's the WTLS radio? Because I got to log into our Twitter.
Here, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Reeltown's used 2 of their 3 allotted timeouts already here in the first quarter play. 1:40 to go, 3rd and 11. They want to look to throw. Hornsby back, got time, throws it down the field. Looked like he might have been hit as he threw, and incomplete. The receiver fell down. And I think that was Woods out there who lost his footing. And we apologize if you can't see as well as you did when the game started. It's because the lights have gone out here, some of them at least.
Yeah, we've got a few out.
And it wasn't Woods. It's tougher for me to see as well. That was that was Woods, number 9.
4th down 11 for the Rebels.
All right. Well, I don't know. Will they possibly call this game until they get this? I hope not.
I hope.
I mean, I don't want to think about that, but it's getting darker.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
4th down. Here comes the punting team on again. Brown back to do that. Low snap, bounced it to him. It's on the ground. He's just got to fall on it. Another miscue by Reeltown. And Tallassee's in business at the 21. They struggle with snaps tonight, not only from the line of scrimmage to the quarterback, but here's the first one on a try to punt it. And Tallassee will have it at the 22 where they mark it down.
That's where your long snapper, often forgotten about hero. They never known about until they, kind of fumble one back that way. So good break right here for Tallassee.
Well, here come the
First down
Tigers.
10 for the Tigers. At the Rebel 22.
1st and 10. Griffin goes wide left. No setbacks, so the shotgun for Ellis. Looking one-on-one for Griffin, throws it for him. A little give and take, ball hit it in the air and incomplete. They had a little tugging going back and forth. No calls from the official, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Reeltown had really good defense on that, and number 3, Thomas, was step for step with Josh. That was just good coverage.
Well, they took their shot. That's what you like, that one-on-one matchup.
I like that call.
And a pretty good throw there from Ellis, too. It gives this guy a shot. Good defense on the other end, too. You got to give them that. Here come the Tigers on 2nd and 10. Griffin comes in motion. They fake it to him. It's going to be Tyler running it himself. Not a lot of room to run, but he got some yards after contact. He got inside the 20 down to about the 18. Should have been just a couple. He ends up gaining 4 yards. And it's 3rd and 6. Much more manageable now.
Yeah,
and
no
you're
doubt.
down here in the red zone. It's 4-down territory.
That's where you were talking about it a little bit earlier, where it's good to have a quarterback that can tuck it and run. Gives you another running back in the backfield.
Now you got Everson back at quarterback and shotgun, looking to run himself. Finds some room, gets through the 10 to the 5 and takes it in for a touchdown. Cade Everson.
And he saw a little daylight. He hit that hole. Shook a little tackle right there by the linebacker and on into the end zone. Good run by Cade Everson.
18 yards, and the Tigers lead 12-0. Tally, the Tiger, says, I'll take a selfie now.
This is where it's going to start getting tough for Reeltown right here. We just got bigger people on the lines. We're going to be pushing on their same guys all night. So this is where we can turn this game around in our favor right here.
Well, it turned into a rout last year at Reeltown. Tigers didn't really have to do much. It was a Jalen Daniels show, so a little mixed tonight. Tallassee has to use a timeout here, and we'll hold it here for a moment. 41.6 left in this first quarter. Started kind of slow, but it's picked up. Reeltown had a turnover, a fumble recovered by Tallassee. They botched a punt, at least an attempt to punt it. Tallassee got it in business there. Both times they've started on the Reeltown side. A 31-yard scoring drive, and this one goes 22 yards.
It's good to have a short field, Michael. Good to have.
And I think Coach Battles is going to go for 2 here to try to make it 14 after missing the extra point a moment ago. And now that you're taking the timeout, you know, you got to make it count, right? Both teams have already used 2 of their timeouts.
Our defensive line, our offensive line right here has got to get some push.
A little shift in the offense as Everson goes to the left, comes in motion. Ellis fakes to him, looks to run himself, cuts back. He got to the 1, he reaches, but he does not get to the goal line, and they fail on the conversion. So it remains 12-0. Tallassee on top, 41 seconds left in this first quarter.
Kicking for the Tigers, number 24, Alec Carswell.
I like it. That's good.
Deep for the Rebels, number 9, Arthur Woods. Also deep, number 12, Connor Spain.
Yeah. Carswell kicks, and Brown returns as he's taken down at the 31-yard line. Reeltown will start there, down 2 scores. 12-0. Tigers have missed both of their tries. They missed an extra point attempt, a kick, and a 2-point try the last time around. But they do have a 12-0 advantage here with 34 seconds left in this first quarter of play. And a dark J.E. Honda Stadium. Not quite full tonight, but pretty close. I don't know if it's the biggest crowd we've had since we expanded the stadium back in 2010, but it's one of the bigger crowds we've seen here for sure.
Absolutely. It's a nice crowd.
Handoff, left side. Gain of about
He gives
3.
another
They
2
gave it
Jeffrey
to Thompson,
A 3-yard gain, second down,
and it brings up second down and 7.
Stop made
Our
number
defensive
20,
line's doing a little bit better, holding the gaps.
And number 64, Brayton Hunt.
Made a few adjustments on the sideline, so that's good to see.
Reeltown doesn't have to take another snap, and I don't think they will. The clock will run out, and they've got time on the play clock to spare, so it remains 12-0, and that's the way it'll end here in this first quarter. 1 in the books. Still plenty more to go, though. Tallassee Tigers football from Score 94 and Hit 106.
Want to do quick?
I tried to get away quick enough that we could do it. Yeah, ready. Eyes with the first quarter stats.
Quick stats. Total offense for Reeltown 36, for Tallassee 59. Tallassee's run 14 plays, Reeltown's 12. Passing. Reeltown 2 of 5 for 27 yards. Tallassee 1 of 4 for 24 yards. Rushing. Reeltown 9 yards. Tallassee 35. It's fun right now. Kind of even right up. Except on the scoreboard.
7 for the Rebels.
A couple of mistakes by Reeltown have cost them big. There's back in at quarterback Spivey handing off at some running room. And out across the 50-yard line, 45, cutting back to 40, taking it down to the 36 is Jeffrey Buck Thompson. And late flags come in after a little bit of back and forth there. Delaware County is leading 10-7 over Marbury there in the first quarter.
I'm pulling for Eclectic tonight, Michael.
I know you are. We all are, right? We pull for the Panthers.
Yes,
we
sir.
pull for the teams around us, right?
No doubt. I want to give a shout out to the chain gang down there on the sidelines. They always so faithful each and every year to come out here and tote the chains up and down the sideline. Good to see them back out again.
One thing that we were told is, hey, it's going to be brighter, you know, these new LED lights. They were for a moment.
For like a half a second.
But the lights are not working or functioning properly. Some are working, some are not. And it's kind of dark, especially on this side of the field because that's where the outages are.
So offset, Michael.
Once again, another extracurricular penalty. Two sides offset on the personal foul penalties. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It remains a big play, though, on the run by Reeltown's Thompson. And he's got him at the 36, 1st and 10 with a chance to get something on the board. Down 12-0 with 11:50 to go in this first half of action. Spivey is in a pistol formation. He wants to throw it this time, and it's a little quick hitter, and it's nearly intercepted, deflected, and his little extracurricular on the field. And there's that late flag coming in again. This one's going against Reeltown. Well, our own Eli Whittington was getting the business down there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Been a bit chippy already here.
Personal
And a personal foul against Tallassee. They must have said something we didn't hear. I don't know exactly what, but the call is against the Tigers. So that'll take it down to the 21-yard line, 15-yard penalty. First down for the Rebels. Nearing the red zone. Spivey, late snap. Yeah, everybody got moving, but the center was a little late. And that'll back them up 5. Illegal procedure against Reeltown.
Yeah, somebody got the wrong snap count on that play, Michael. I know it's the first game of the year, and we're having a few penalties here in the first half, but I know that drives both head coaches crazy, all these penalties.
Yeah, it's a bunch. I shared those stats on Twitter if you want to follow along tonight at WTLS Radio on Twitter. Here is the 1st and 15 now at the 26. Spivey will hand it off. It will be Thompson. We had a big run a moment ago. He's going to get it back with a loss back to the 21.
Thompson.
And that brings up 2nd and 10.
Second down 10.
I think we got a cramp.
That's number 1.
Yeah, we're going to have some of those early season. Although the temps are down a little bit.
Very muggy and very
It
humid.
is still that, yes. Another timeout on the field for an injury. We'll take a break as well. With 11:19 to go in the first half of play, Tallassee leads Reeltown 12-0.
Need to get that young man a deal pickle.
So
A little late, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Josh Griffin has helped off the field. It does appear to be a cramping situation already here early in this game as he is walking off on his own power. 2nd and 10 for Reeltown at the Tallassee 21. Here we go with that wishbone, the full house backfield. Behind Spivey, he'll hand it off. And it's one of the halfbacks. It's Thompson, and he got a yard and no more. 3rd and 9 coming up. And Reeltown's probably in this 4th down territory too. I wouldn't expect them to try a field goal.
No, I wouldn't either. Not down 12 on the road.
Well, and it's not real close in. We'll see what happens on this play.
It's 3rd down 8.
We did a really good job on the, you just don't see the wishbone a lot. We did a really good job of reading the keys on the wishbone.
Same set, 3rd down. Looking to pass. Uh-oh, man is open, and the pass caught. A one-handed grab, and down at the 2-yard line, complete to Hagan Lewis.
That's a good catch by Hagan. Young man that y'all know.
It was. He was wide open, had a step, and the pass was a little off, but he grabbed it with his left hand and reeled it in. Now 1st and goal for Reeltown at the 2 of the Tigers. Back in the wishbone, and it's Thompson trying to get outside. Not happening this time. He's dropped back to the 4-yard line.
That was a good,
excellent defensive play by Tallassee.
yeah, not sure
On
who
the
that
defensive
was.
end. That was Bender, I believe.
Yeah, it was number 4, James Bender.
And a player down for Reeltown, and it is Thompson. A couple of injuries here and just a couple of different plays is going to lead us to another break. 9:52 to go in this second quarter. Still 12-0 Tigers on top.
Took me a minute to think about who that was. Gotcha. I'm surprised we hadn't got a score from Taylor.
Who?
They don't play till tomorrow night. Flat Rocket.
Oh, he sent something.
Oh, he
Oh,
did?
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't send a score yet, but he said it's in his game.
Southwest.
Yeah. Player still being looked at. Thompson is the injured player for Reeltown, as trainers and coaches out as well looking at his status. Reeltown's going to have second down and goal at the 4. He was the ball carrier on that last play. A great play made by Bender for Tallassee to stop him for a loss on the play of a yard. So 3 shots at the end zone now coming for Reeltown here. Down 12-0 with 9:52 remaining in this first half. Marbury has taken the lead over Elmore County. It's 14-10. They have completed the first quarter of play.
Come on, Ecklick.
One of the Thursday night games tonight. That Helena-Chelsea game is the Thursday night kickoff classic at Crampton Bowl tonight. Several teams opening up this evening. Most of them will be playing tomorrow night. We'll have scores for you tonight and reaction after the game on the scoreboard show. Be sure to tune in for that.
Second down goal from the 4.
Right here on WTLS. Thompson coming out. They have a little change of personnel. It is the wishbone set again with Spivey under center. And it will be the fullback who gets it, and he will get some yardage. Being pushed back at the 2. That time it was Jake Hornsby lining up at fullback.
Yeah, good hard run by Jake Hornsby.
He's at the 1, I think, when they spot it. It's a 3rd and goal from right there.
Our defensive line did a good job standing up. It's coming right back at them again. I hope they're ready.
Lining up quickly. Spivey under center. And it's Hornsby. Getting the ball's on the ground. It's picked up by the Tigers. And there goes Bender. He's to the 40. He's to midfield. Not anybody within 20 yards. 30 yards of him as he takes it all the way for a Tallassee touchdown. 99 yards. Wow, they get to show off the LEDs again. Maybe they'll come back on this time. It's 18-0 Tallassee. Reeltown was knocking on the door.
Boy,
they were right there at the 1-yard line. The ball pops out. Bender was at the right place, and he scoots the distance from one goal line to the other, and the Tigers lead 18-0.
I wonder if that's the longest scoop and score for Tallassee against Reeltown.
I don't know that there could be one any longer.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, because he picked it up like right on the goal line.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have to worry about longest against Reeltown. That's probably the longest against anybody we've lined
Yeah,
up.
you won't cap it if it's 99. I don't know. It's official odds. You got it at 99. We scoop it at the 2, 98. We'll get our official score to try to figure that one out. But I tell you, Reeltown has self-inflicted their wounds tonight for sure. A couple of turnovers already. Unable to get a punt off. The kick this time up, and it is good by Carswell. So he puts it through just inside the left upright on the hold by Rigsby. And Tallassee is in front, 19-0 now. 8:57 to go in the first half of play. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
That was a good run.
Ah, come on.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody got the wrong call.
Yeah. From the shadows of J. Hadamard Stadium, it's 19-0. Tigers on top over Reeltown. The battle of the Tallapoosa. Tigers draw a 5-yard offsides penalty, trying to kick off for showing possibly an onside. And one guy got a little bit across that line. So here we go with the kick now from the 35 by Carswell. And he hit it pretty good. Going to go down back to the 22 as it'll be taken right there by Martin. Breaks a tackle across the 30, 35, and belted out of bounds up close to the 40-yard line, I think around the 39.
Yeah, good hit by Joseph Hooks.
Reeltown back on offense. We were talking about the statistical breakdown. It's really not a lot of difference there. The Rebels have been in business and had opportunities, and they've had some turnovers that have cost them for sure. And that one, I mean, that's a potentially a 12-7 game turning into a 19-0 game, right?
No doubt.
It's huge. It's a 14-point swing on the return by Bender on the fumble recovery. Here comes a pass out of the backfield. It's caught by Spain, and he's got very little room to run on the near sideline, short side of the field. He picked up a couple, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like Eli Whittington was in on the tackle right there, Michael, and Brandon Barrow. He was in on the tackle. Good job pursuing.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
8:19 remaining in the first half. Rebels down 19-0, trying to drive here. Second down play, draw, handoff. Thompson's back in there. He had a little bit of room, but not much. May have picked up a couple, and it brings up 3rd, and we'll say about 6.
Yeah, Caden Griffith, number 20 for the Tallassee Tigers, did a good job of filling the gap, filling the hole, made him in hole and stopped him in his tracks. So
just shy of the 45.
Yeah.
Got to get up close to midfield on this 3rd down play.
Well, you know, they better know that Reeltown's going to keep coming at them. They're not going to stop. So
here comes the heat. Batted down at the line. Hornsby trying to get it out there to Hill, and the ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
looked like my number 7, Luke Burdett, got his big paw up for that ball and knocked it down.
4th down. And here comes the punting team on for Reeltown. Not what you want after the long score, scoop and score for the Tigers, down 19-0, a 3 and out. I don't know if you want to try anything crazy right now. It's a little early still, but maybe looking for a spark, so you got to be on your toes. Tigers back with the return men. It is Langford and Stewart.
Number 18, Stewart.
As Brown will punt it again. Got a good snap this time. Indoor end job that will be grabbed by Langford. He will try to break by the first man, unable to do so. That was Martin who stopped him at the 25.
For the Tigers, stop made by number 17, Tavis Martin.
Good to see little Josh back out on the field also.
Yeah, those guys who were beaten
Cramping
up early.
Yeah.
Here's your first Kent four-way stopper score of the season, leading the Franklin 85ers 12-10 at the half. Ben Taylor will keep us informed of those all season long.
All righty. Got some new teams playing in the league this year.
Yeah, Kent's a new team. They've moved over to the association. They were playing seven-man football last year.
Got it.
It's good that they can move up.
Yes. Here the Tigers back on offense with a 19-0 lead. It's going to be Ellis running with the football himself on a bootleg type play. He got out to the 28, pick up a 3. It will be 2nd and 7.
Second down 7.
Fans hitting the concessions now to beat the halftime rush. We'll have the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report featuring the Pride of Tallassee. So we get a little sound from Reeltown too in there too during the break. Oz and Brad will break down the first half for you, as well as our student athlete of the week, all in the halftime show. Here's a handoff. Leonard broke a couple of tackles and another one. He's out across the 40, 35 up near the 40-yard line. Good, solid running by DJ Leonard.
That's the DJ Leonard we're used to seeing, Michael. You know, he's a good running back. Broke, I don't know how many tackles on that run, but good hard run by DJ Leonard.
He broke 2 in the backfield.
Yeah. He looks the part. He's 5'10", 195, a solid specimen back there.
No doubt.
Picked up a first down, out to the 37.
Looks like about 140 in his lower body. He's got some legs on him.
He does. The weight room's working for him. Here's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. It'll be Everson, the double handoff. That went nowhere. Went to a pile of rebels. They're still moving the pile forward. They blow it dead after a gain of a yard. Should have been no gain. But they were still fighting.
Who ended up with it?
Timeout assessed by the officials.
That was Leonard again with the ball there. I think he was out of gas, boys, on that one.
Everson got the handoff and gave it to the DJ. All right, we got a break for the timeout. It's the heat break.
Right.
It's the midway point of the second half. So we'll take it. 5:47 to go in the first half of action. Still 19-0 Tigers on top.
I can use the heat break.
We're back.
9 for the Tigers.
Oh, my goodness. He is like a jackrabbit.
Yeah. Yes. We're here. Everson on the running play. Picks up another Tallassee first down and into Reeltown territory to the 48. After that heat break, it's 5:19 to go. The clock is back running after they move the chains. Mark Baines, Tallasee's enjoying the broadcast tonight on the web. Of course, he'll be officiating and missing most of these games this year. But he says you might see a couple of Baines. Former players Brandon and Casey played at Tallassee, or officiating in the Central Alabama Association that Coach Battles and company have switched over to this season. So,
Well, all right.
I don't think you'll see him in our games. They don't let him do that. But we might see him around. Here's a running play with Everson again, and another nice gain. Not quite enough for the first down. He picked up 8. Now at the 39 of Reeltown.
Second down 1 at the Rebel 39.
you like these second and short. Those are much better
No
than
doubt.
second and long. And we're looking to throw a little play action. We're going to go deep down the field, trying to get him in. It's going to be Leonard, and just out of his reach, a flag comes into the backfield. A couple of them, actually. We'll see about that. Not a bad time to take a shot on a second and short.
Yeah.
Still got third and short, unless you commit a foul. And the Tigers did just that.
Yeah. Now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Actually going to be more than that.
Was it a holding call?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 10-yard penalty. Backs them up to their own 45. You know, you don't want to get complacent. You got a nice 19-0 lead, but you really could put the hammer down here if you could drive down. And Tallassee was in business with a second and short inside the 40. Now you got second down and about 18 from their own 45. 4:13 till the half. And you'd like to ground out this clock, too, if you can. Going to hand off. Griffith up the middle's got room. Inside the 40 of Reeltown. The 30 still on his feet to the 25. Shows his wheels. The fullback.
Big Caden Griffin, number 20 for the Tallassee Tigers. That was pretty. Old fullback dive, Michael.
First down Tigers after a huge run by Caden Griffith.
That was nice. Like it.
You want to see somebody who's been in the weight room, look at Caden Griffith. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like a stump out there. Uh-oh, somebody's hurt. Probably cramping, too.
A couple of players down for Reeltown. Let's keep it here, as we've used up our allotment of breaks here in the first half of action. Tallassee with a 19-0 lead, 3:56 left till halftime. And think about it. You know, you get a score here. You got a lot of game left. Don't get me wrong. You got the second half to play. But, boy, if you get a score here and leave no time on the clock hardly for Reeltown, it's not going to be easy.
Right. I agree with you, Michael. And, you know, one of the things I was going to say a while ago, but we kind of got into a play pretty quick, is you made mention, you know, you want to keep rolling and don't want to get complacent. And, you know, Tuberville was famous for that over in Auburn, and I can't stand that. I'm one of the Steve Spurrier types. Just keep the hammer down. Keep running your offense. These boys been out there practicing all summer long. They want to win. They want to run. Keep working your offense because we're going to need it down the road.
And, you know, with the offense being on the field now, starting to get a little more time of possession, and Reeltown a little bit less numbers in the roster, maybe a little less depth, could wear you down, too, in the second half for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
Let's give a couple of shout-outs, a couple of guys commenting on Twitter tonight. Andy Bodenheimer says, you know, enjoying watching the game from bed. Getting up at 1 a.m. to pick up everyone's garbage is a bummer with Thursday night games. So he's going to sleep with the Tallassee Tigers tonight.
I would say
Glad you're
yeah.
paying attention there, Andy, and getting the game. A good friend, Jay Skipworth, used to do some studio work for us. You remember back in the day? He's up in North Carolina now, and he's watching and listening tonight.
Good to hear.
Jay, glad you're with us.
Good to hear all these people all over the place
And,
listening to us. That's nice.
The Fantasy Football Goat says that Tiger Nation is bringing the pain tonight. You know, there's a funny thing that I got to see during the offseason. The guys get to do a picture day, and all they go and they do photos, of course. And then they do some videos and things and fun stuff like that. Tyler Ellis did the play on what Coach Harsin at Auburn did. He says, you know, Tiger Nation, let's ride. Well, you know, Coach Harson's doing Auburn Family, let's ride. And it was very well done. I kind of like Tyler's version better than Brian Harson's. What did you think?
I liked it, too. I'm glad, you know, like you said, they were out there, and they got all the pictures and everything and got all that out of the way, and then they had a little time to clown a little bit. And, hey, these kids, you know, they deserve it. Like I said a while ago, they're out here in this hot heat during the summertime. And Tyler, you know, he did make a play on Coach Harsin over in Auburn, and I thought he did a good job.
Is that the slogan this year, let's ride?
I guess.
I like it.
First down 10 from the Tigers.
Appreciate all the messages. I'm getting a bunch of them. We appreciate you guys checking us out tonight. Elmore County's regained their lead in that game. They're up 16-14 versus Marbury tonight. Another Thursday night matchup over at Burt Haney. Here are the Tigers now with first down after the penalty, the heat break, or the injuries, and it's going to be a run. to the left side with Ellis. Not much there. He might have gotten a yard. Players are aided off the field. I think we're getting cramping already.
It is.
And it's really kind of surprising to have that in this first half. We're in the first half.
Oh, I know. And we got a whole half to go.
And it's happened on both sides already.
Get them young men some dill pickles.
Yeah, the pickle juice will help, hopefully. We've seen some guys go out and come back in already, though. That'll be hampering them throughout the evening. It's kind of tough to correct once it starts setting in. Second down and 9 for the Tigers from the 21 of Reeltown. Ellison shotgun. Leonard to his right. We're going to do a handoff to Griffin. He shakes the first man, the second man, then turns on the Jets. He got inside the 10. A late flag comes in. It's probably going to go half the distance from there. They might have grabbed a face mask. But there's a flag in the backfield, too. I think there are 2 flags on the field, so that could offset that play. A nice one by Griffin. They called holding, and that was it. So that call in the secondary was not against Reeltown. Came, it looked like after he'd done the damage already.
Yeah. That was a good run by Josh.
Yeah. Tallassee would have had first and goal to go if it had held up, but they're going to be backed up to the 33 and replay second down with 21 to go now.
Makes it more interesting.
Got 3 receivers, 2 on the right, 1 to the left side for Ellis. Play action, looking to pass. He throws underneath. He was trying to hit Everson, and he could not hold on. Looked like Reeltown might have gotten a hand in there, and it's third down.
Yeah, I was trying to watch the backside receiver over there. He was pretty wide open, cutting across the end zone on a deep post. But I think that was coming to Everson the whole time. I think that was his number 1 target.
Yeah, we had
out to the right
a couple of receivers really looked like they weren't even supposed to be in the play. So now we have third down and 21 to go from the 33. 2:33 to go in the half. 19-0 Tallassee. Here's Ellis looking to pass. Pump fakes. From behind, he's hit. He breaks from it, though. Keeps his feet and gets down to the 30. He picked up 3 somehow. Should have been sacked. And it's fourth down. Now what do you do? Fourth and about 18. I guess you go for it.
Yeah, you're at the 30. So yeah, you got to go for it right here.
Just heave one to the end zone, maybe get a catch,
Hope
or
for a
maybe get a
hold
penalty.
or
Or penalty, one of the 2. I would line up my speed guys on the outside, and I try to hit a one-on-one with somebody.
Remind you tomorrow, the wake-up call on location, First Community Bank. We'll do football Fridays every Friday from 6 a.m. on. And we'll be taking the show to Louis for Live at Louis for lunch, 12 to 2 all season. Hope y'all can join us with River Region Sports and the wake-up call. Live at Louis and football Friday at First Community. Timeout is called by the Tigers. They let that clock run down to 1:44 before they took it. So you throw up one of your best plays. What's your 4th and 18 play?
Well, you know, we had some pretty nice trick plays last year that caught everybody off guard. So let's see if Coach Battles and Coach Cook over there drop a nice trick play of some kind.
I'll throw a corner route. Hope for a hold or a pass interference.
Corner route to the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Guys talking about that corner route. Josh is our guy to throw the ball up and go get it. He's over here cramping.
Yeah, might not get to see him on this play.
Well, you got Cade out there that could go up and get one.
Well, here come the Tigers back on the field for 4th down and long. Well, for a play that's got to get down the field, you want to get protection for your quarterback first. Everson will be wide to the left side. You got 4 receivers. Whistles blow before the snap. They got Brody Ellis in the game, Tyler's younger brother. You got DJ Leonard was lined up outside too.
Yeah,
and Stewart and Everson on the other side. So we have a timeout on the field. I think Reeltown has used their last timeout.
We don't have C-Dub, but I think it is their last. I wonder if they're going to add those 2 seconds or if they're going to let that
weird.
go.
The scoreboard tonight is not doing what it normally does, which is keep up with all these things, the first down and yards to go and all that. And, you know, you get a scorekeeper. I don't know if that's out of use or they just chose to just keep up with the score and the time.
They're probably just not doing it. But, yeah, Reeltown's out. Tallassee still has 1 timeout.
So about the scoreboard, I talked to them pregame. You actually, the guy that's with the referee and crew, he only runs the clock.
Yeah.
We have to provide somebody to run that. But he's at the board. So it's a really complicated situation to have somebody reaching over him consistently.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand that, but that's why we're not working it tonight. I understand.
We want to pass on our condolences to the McDaniel family. You may have heard this week, Coach Ron McDaniel passed away, longtime coach here at Tallassee. His son Craig coached here some years, played here. Family was a big part of that. Coach McDaniel, big Tallassee fan, lost him earlier this week. As Ellis is sacked on 4th down, so Reeltown with a big stop that they had to have, and they got 136 now from the 34. We'll see what they can do. And I know we talked about Coach Mack a little bit here, Philip. We talked about how tough a week it's been. We lost Brad Pemberton this week.
Right.
He played football at Tallassee. It's been a tough week on this community.
Sure has.
But I know you remember Coach Mack in your days on
Oh,
the field?
certainly. We love Coach Mack. He was definitely our firecracker on the sideline to get us up and get us going, and certainly he's going to be missed. Coached a lot of men here in Tallassee, and sure do hate to hear he's passed on, but we're certainly going to be praying for his family and praying for healing for them and their hearts, and so, but we know he's in a better place.
Here come the Rebels with 136, and a penalty flag is thrown before they get started. It's delay of game. You know, they come out of basically a timeout and can't get everything going, and their coaches up here in the box are going nuts.
Yeah, they didn't like that too much.
They were slamming the tables and everything.
I didn't know if they was coming after us or what.
And they still are having some difficulty getting things in, and if the clock is correct, they have run the play clock down twice. I don't think they've got the correct number of players on the field.
Going to take another delay.
Different personnel on there, and they have drawn 2 straight back-to-back delay of game penalties. Yeah, when you got out on the 34, even though you don't have any timeouts, in a minute 36 down 19-0, I think you got to go for it. You know, you got to try to get some points. Mm-hmm. And now with back-to-back penalties, it's 1st and 20. You're on your own 24. You might just have to run out the clock. Neither team basically has any timeouts left here. So going to look to throw. Pressure coming. Hornsby is hit, and he is dropped at the 22-yard line. He is sacked, and it's going to be 2nd down and 22.
Trying to see who made that tackle. Looks like Braden Arnold, number 64. Good job, Braden, clogging up the hole, making a tackle, and then number 53, Brandon Barrow, came in and helped him clean it up.
Some of the big guys right there. Brandon's at 248, and Braden at 264. Some of the meat on the middle of the line there as they try to throw underneath. The catch is made, and the tackle is broken. Out across the 30 to the 33. Would have been a big play for a first down if not for the penalties on the completion to.
Looked like Hagan.
Yeah.
Again.
It was the tight end.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to pick up the tight end coming back across.
Under a minute now as we're ticking down, 3rd down and 10. They're going to look to throw underneath. Spain is going to make the grab. He's going to try to break a tackle. Breaks one, but can't get away from the other. He picks up about 6, and it's 4th down, and 25 seconds left. That should do it unless Tallassee can stop them one more time with a timeout and make them punt it. You said they had a timeout left. I don't know if we had any timeouts.
We do. We've got one.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, if we did, I would call it if I were Coach Battles. He's not going to, and that'll do it. We've completed the first half. Tallassee in front 19-0 over Reeltown. We'll take a break. The Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report coming up next right here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Tallahassee Board of Education, Superintendent Ray Porter, Principal Cliff Lennox, and Assistant Principal Audrey Stockdale, Reeltown High School is proud to present the Marching Rebel Club.
Yeah, in just a minute, because we'll talk through theirs.
Band Captain Natalie Spain, Drum Major Bethany Kilpatrick, Secretary Marissa Lockton, Librarian and Uniform Officer Jack Darnell, Publicity Officer Lucia Escobar, Property Officer Jackson Rogers, Brass Captain Will Cox, Drum Captain Jalen Edwards, Majorette Captain Maggie Cannon, Color Guard Captain Nick Gibson, and Color Guard Assistant Captain Kenzie Browning. The band's majorette instructor is Mrs. Tristan Young. The Marching Rebel Choir will be performing selections from their competitive show Believe. Tonight's musical selections, Believer and Don't Stop Believing, featuring soloist Becca Bungalow and Megan Johns.
Yeah, that root ball's giving me some issues. If you get a wild hair, you could roll that thing down that hill if you want to.
I'll get it down there.
The band is under field direction of Drum Major Bethany Kilpatrick. Drum Major, is your band ready? Let's give it up for your Marching Rebel Crowd.
We'll go on in just a minute, right?
If you want to, you can go ahead. I'll do the stats and everything real quick. Heck, it's going to have to be quick anyway because they're going to be almost through with theirs. Yes, ma'am. And welcome back to the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report. Stephen Oz Osborne here with Brad Davis here on Score 94, hit 106. Let me go ahead and get some stats out real quick for the first half. Total offense, Reeltown 110 yards, Tallassee 126. Number of plays, it's kind of funny here, 26 even for both teams. Passing, Reeltown's been very successful, 61 yards on 6 of 11. Tallassee 1 of 6 for 24 yards. Rushing, Reeltown 49 yards on 15 attempts. Tallassee 102 yards on 20 attempts. I guess the glaring difference right here was that 99-yard fumble return for James Bender, and it really doesn't go for a positive for us because it was a fumble and it was a defensive advance. But penalties, I will go over that. Reeltown had 8 for 45 and Tallassee 5 for 35. So that's not a huge disparagement there. But the first half's been eventful. It's been fun. Reeltown has made some mistakes, but I'm not gonna take any credit away from Tallassee. I believe our defense has caused some of these mistakes also.
Sure. I'm not. You read off those numbers, and it doesn't look like you got a 3-score game at that point. Situation there, and I agree with what you're saying. The situation there is Reeltown has at times moved the ball also. Untimely penalties have cost them, put them in a bad spot. Tassa's been able to get the ball, have a short field a few times. There was a turnover there one time, then there was a long score. So it's a ball game that talking to players earlier in this week, talking to people that have been around and seen these teams over the last couple of years, they knew that Tallassee was going to have to take the Reeltown's best shot, just as Reeltown would have to take our best shot that first quarter. And I think we did, and we did it without having too much of a stumble backwards kind of move. And with that, we were able to get a score early on. We got one right there before the end of that first quarter, and then that one in the third, or the one in the second. So that's on the scoop and score. Yeah, it's a ball game that if you're in Reeltown's locker room right now, you're talking about, hey, we're in this game. We've really given them a lot of opportunities. If you're in Tallassee, you're like, hey, they've given it to us. Now let's don't do the same thing in the next half of football. And so coaches have a lot of work cut out for them. I think Tallassee's had some young guys really step up and just starting to get some playing time. I've been on the sideline seeing guys that for 3 years haven't broke a sweat, right? And so now they're on the field. They're you can see that they're really enjoying being a part of what's going on the field during the plays and coming on and off. There's some excitement. There's a learning curve. There's a lot of moving things over there, moving parts that are new. But as the game progressed, I think that first drive, second drive, you started seeing some things. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I can do. This is what my role is going to be on this team. And it's settling in, man. It's been impressive to see that the Tallassee team after those, we didn't do anything impressive the first couple of possessions.
That's right.
And with that, seeing the guys talk with one another, hey, let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep moving. And, and 1 for 6 tonight on passing. That, we know Town's better than that, right? And it's a situation where we've run the ball, and then when we did have to throw it, there was one time we tried to sneak one in, but the other times it's a throwing situation,
that's right?
And it's they know we're throwing. Everybody in the stands know that we're going to throw the ball, so puts Tyler in a bad spot. But we'll get a second half going here.
That's right. Take what the defense gives us. We're going to come back right after this with the Pride of Tallassee. This has been the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report.
They said you would come by there and get you something. So, oh, you want this one back? No.
Now taking the field, the Tallassee High School Pride of Tallassee marching band. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Rock Nolan and Principal Mr. Drew Glass, and under the field commander, Drum Major Miss Kinsley Glasscock, and Director of Bands, Dr. Robert Glasscock. Tonight we feature the music of Wiz Khalifa, Miley Cyrus, Frank Sinatra, and Rocco as we open your
Yeah. Time for our student athlete of the week. This year it's presented by Mike Segrist, District Attorney-elect for the 5th Judicial Circuit. Mike's been sponsoring this for us for several years now as a local attorney, and he's about to take office in the new year, and he wanted to continue the tradition just in a little bit different role. So thanks to Mike for his support of our student athletes each week, and thanks to Catherine Davis, who gets all the information to us each week. And here's the first one for the season for 2022. It's Micah Cole. He's a senior. He's the son of Carrie and Michelle Cole, number 75 for the Purple and Gold. He plays right guard and nose guard, and it's his 4th year with the Varsity Tigers. He's played ball at Tallassee for almost 12 years. It started in the youth football leagues when he was just 6. Micah is on the wrestling team as well. He even does double duty as a basketball player. He's a center with Coach Mixon's team. He works with Coach Mast on the wrestling mats. Coach Mixon did say that they gave him the nickname Big Flex. He's played varsity basketball for 4 years. He's also on the track team where he participates in the shot put and discus. And he's been on varsity track for 4 years. Mike is also a very active member of the choir program and has been with it for 4 years. In his spare time, if there is any, Michael likes to play video games and draw. After high school, he plans on attending college, but is unsure of where he's going. He'd probably get a college offer somewhere to play football. As far as his love and career, he'd like to be in computer programming, and a dream job would be a computer coder or video game company programmer. Micah has taken all advanced classes and AP courses since 9th grade. He's been able to maintain a GPA of 3.8 while participating in all of these sports and the choir. When asked what's his favorite food, that's a good question for a guy who goes about 290. He says powdered donuts. Micah Cole, your student athlete of the week. Thanks again for District Attorney-elect Mike Segrist for his sponsorship of this. We'll do this every week all season. And Catherine, thank you very much, our guidance counselor, for providing the detail. And we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll hear some more from the Pride of Tallassee performing here at J. Hunter Bryant Stadium. A halftime score is Tallassee 19, Reeltown nothing. You bringing it back after this? Huh? Are you bringing it back after this? Yeah. Halftime here at J. Hunter Bryant Stadium, the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report. The Pride of Tallassee performing for us. 19-0 Tigers leading Reeltown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Jennifer Green, and instructors Vicki Baker, Amanda Glascott, and Megan Schaffner. The director of bands is Dr. Robert Glascott.
Yeah, there's a lot of names that Michael Bird reads off with this band. They have a lot of hands on deck. They put a lot of time in, too. It's not just about the football team. There's a lot of folks here that make the experience what it is. I know band camp was rough. It was hot. They were out there working their tails off this summer. The Pride of Tallassee doing another fantastic job here for the fans at O'Brien Stadium, as most of them have hit the concessions. And that's where the lines are right now. As we get close to the second half of play, we can give you some scores from some other games. Elmore County is now up 22-14 over Marbury, trying to win one and break a long losing streak. They did not get a W last year. New coach Kyle Caldwell coming in, trying to beat Marbury tonight, get Elmore County in the win column for the first time in a couple of seasons. Also tonight, Trinity playing Booker T. Our opponent next week, they're at halftime. It's 20-8 Trinity. Trinity is on top, leading BTW. And that's pretty much all we've got so far. Not a lot of action on this Thursday night scale. The game at Montgomery, Chelsea and Helena are playing. It's an exhibition. And then tomorrow night, you've got Hoover and Auburn in that game, that kickoff classic. That one will actually count. It's at Montgomery's Crampton Bowl. 100th year of that facility. It's been around. And that's coming your way as it'll be a pretty busy night for most teams kicking off their seasons on Friday. Tallassee will be back on the Friday schedule next week again, as we mentioned, at Tuskegee versus Booker T. All right, we got time for one more timeout. We'll take it when we come back. Second half action. Again, our score here, Tallassee 19, Reeltown nothing. Yeah, I'm back. I'm ready. Yeah. As we get ready for the second half, odds I know you went over the stats and you shared them again on Twitter, and you can follow us on Twitter at WTLS Radio if you want to keep up. But it looks lopsided, 19-0 on the scoreboard. But when you look at how things went on the field, it was the mistakes that cost Reeltown. They had 2 turnovers. They had a botched punt. They were trying to punt a ball and didn't get a good snap and set Tallassee up with a short field every single time. And then, of course, one of those was a scoop and score that went out the other way. It took points potentially off the board for Reeltown and just put them on Tallassee side.
That's right. I mean, they're about to go in from the 1 yard line, and just a good hit, good stand, and it's pretty much a 14-point swing right there, because you think they go in, they get 7, and they're only down by really 1 score. Well, now they're down by 3. So, but they've been throwing the ball fairly well. We've just had some really good runs, and we've spread the wealth around on our offense. We've had Cade, we've had Caden, Griffith, and then the defense. I mean, what else? You can't say more about the defense stepping up, playing tough, And it looks like they're having fun out there also, and that's important too.
Yeah, well, you can get down a little bit if you're Reeltown when the struggles with a couple of mistakes have cost you points as they have tonight, and really it's the difference in the ball game. I see that A.J. Green is out handing out money tonight. You know, Brad got to talk with him before the game, and he's handing out money for, like, doing push-ups and stuff. If you do 60 push-ups, you get $60.
What?
Now, Brian Hathcock did it.
Where
I
do I
don't know
need-
that. You think he did real push-ups when he did 60? Or
Where do I need to meet him at?
I know that's right.
how many could you do, Philip?
6
6?
out of the 60.
Yeah.
If I was lucky.
$60. He's giving away all kinds of stuff.
I'm going to give me some money, boys.
That's
I
what
hear
I'm
you.
talking about.
Brad said he knows how to do some push-ups.
Getting the video replay on the scoop and score and the Bender score tonight. Was that you working it, Courtney? That was Courtney on that one. He and Philip been taking turns here tonight. Now, he had a tough time keeping up with him. He was moving pretty fast, but he did. He kept him in the frame. You know, these video archives are available after the games. You can go back and watch them if you'd like. Go to our channel, Tallassee Times TV. We do encourage you to like the channel, follow us there. Appreciate you checking it out there tonight in addition to the radio broadcast. And our Spectrum feed as well on channel 340 if you're a Spectrum customer in Elmore County. All right, we're ready for the second half. And Reeltown will get the football. This is, you would think, critical for them to get off to a good start and get back in the game. Because you can get a score, you're back in the game. If Tallassee gets a score, you're pretty much, you know, climbing a battle is going to be a tough one to come back from, I think.
Yeah, I was mentioning a while ago about our defense playing really good tonight. You know, you don't want to come out flat in the second half. They need to come out, go ahead and set the tone again in the second half. Like you said, Michael, if we get a stop right here and then go down and score again, you kind of get in the game to where it's out of reach.
You know, like you said, you don't want to come out flat. We got to, and we always say, you know, you got to set the tone, but
It's true.
the deal is that it's not that big of a difference. I mean, we have forced some errors on Reeltown side, so we still got to come out and not lose the intensity that we had.
Well, when Reeltown came back a couple of years ago when we played that game here, they were down by 2 scores in that game and came back and won it in overtime.
They did indeed.
Now, last year it got lopsided and Tallassee ran away with it, won by 21. Ready to go. Carswell has the whistle. He is it teed up, and he puts his foot into it, kicks it back to the 5-yard line, where it's returned by Woods out across the 20, the 30, and to the 33.
Yeah, good stop by number 3, Traveris Langford for the Tallassee Tigers. Good to see him out on the field for a good stop.
First and 10, they're going to start the second half with Hornsby at quarterback. High snap. They've had a couple of those. He hands it off. Nice run out across the 35 up to the 40. And that is Woods picking up about 6.
Yeah, Reeltown's offensive line got a really good push on our defense. Looks like we're going to have some cramping situation going on again here right on the first drive, Michael.
Timeout for the injury.
That's been a problem tonight already on both sides of the field. And a player down for Tallassee right now.
McCready County Arts Council, along with the Elmore County Commission, presents the Mount Vernon Southern Gospel Homecoming.
And it is going to be Leonard who's the injured player. And he's upping on his feet. Looks to be okay for the moment. He'll have to sit out at least a play or maybe a couple until he's ready to go back in there.
Second down and 4 for the Rebels.
Second down play, 4 to go from just on the other side of the 40-yard line in Reeltown territory. Just underway here in the second half of action. Thompson back there with Hornsby, who's in the pistol. High snap, has to go up to get it, fakes and keeps. Little read play. He got the first down out across midfield. He's to the 49 of Tallassee. And now another late piece of laundry hits the field.
That's going to benefit the Tigers, I believe.
I believe Brad is correct on that one.
Been a fun few weeks leading up to this game with the memes going back and forth. They've had fun at the expense of the coaches mainly, Coach Battles and Coach Johnson. They've taken it in stride. And it's a personal foul penalty against Reeltown, and that'll back them up 15. They've had a few of those tonight. Both teams have. But,
Yeah.
you know, the things that have been posted with the photoshopping on Facebook have been kind of funny, I have to admit.
So they've been
We
pretty
got some
creative.
talent out there, yeah.
Been pretty creative on some of them, that's for sure.
It'll still be 1st and 10, but it lost yardage for them. Back to the 35. You are across midfield. Now you're back on your own side. Here's Hornsby going under center this time with the I formation behind him. And the tailback will get the give, and he will get nowhere. Nice play right there by Everson. Solo tackle on the play on Thompson, making it 2nd down and 10 to go.
Yeah, we did a little better job on our defensive line, on the defensive front, of holding our blocks, or getting off our blocks. Let me rephrase that. And because in the, early on in the second half, they were getting a pretty good push on us. So
Everson lines up at corner, or well, he's at safety now, but see him creeping in, so they don't expect him to throw. And they're going to run right up the middle this time. A little bit more room to run this time, too, up to the 42. Goes the running back, and we'll bring up 3rd down. And that time it was Thompson again. So 3rd down and 3 from the 42. Boatwright trying to get a shoestring tied down there.
yeah, we're doing a really good job of rotating in and out on the defensive line.
Well, Coach Battle said we're going to have a lot of guys play a lot of positions, and we may have our core group. We're going to have guys rotating in to keep us fresh. You see a lot of guys on the field, but there's a lot of rotation going on, and some of the same guys have to go both ways. Here's 3rd and 3. Right side, nice cut back and some room to run. Down the right sideline goes Woods. Inside the 20, inside the 10, and into the end zone. And finally, Reeltown has scored. On a 3rd and short, Woods goes the distance, 57 yards.
Yeah, that was a good run by him. They just kind of sealed off the block on the far side away from us, and he saw that crease, and he bounced to the outside, and once he broke containment, he was gone. Nobody was going to catch him.
He's got some jets out there, and that
No
makes
doubt.
it 19-6 as the Rebels will try to get the extra point. Coming on to kick it is Hagan Lewis. Well, actually, he just put the tee down. This is a fake. Well, maybe. Okay, now your kicker's on the field. They lined up over the left side. Lewis will hold it, and it'll be Hornsby kicking it. At least he's lining up to do so. Straight on kicker with a tee, the put down, the kick up, and the kick cleared the crossbar, barely, but it's in there, and it's 19-7. 9:23 to go in the 3rd quarter, and we got a ball game again. Tallassee Tigers football continues from Score 94 and Hit 106.
Didn't want to start that way.
Yeah. Reeltown, it took them more than a half, but they got on the scoreboard on their first drive of the second half. It's 19-7. Now Hornsby will kick off. And he kicks it down to Bender, who had to go over his shoulder to catch it, tried to turn around but lost his footing and falls at the 30. So that's where Tallassee will start. That worked out pretty well for Reeltown. 19-7, 9-19 remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments we make on the sideline for defense when we come back out the next go-round. You can tell Reeltown made some adjustments, and they saw a few things, and they corrected a few things in the locker room. And so now we got to come back and we got to answer and do the same thing.
Here come the Tigers on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 30.
They better get the ball going. It's 5 seconds. Let's go.
Did snap it before the play clock expired. It is Ellis running left side and picking up 4 to the 34. Haven't used him running the ball very much tonight. But, you know, you do have a couple of our guys who are dealing with the cramping situation,
right,
and they're basically our top 2 running backs in Leonard and Griffin.
Yeah, and we've used him just enough to keep the defense honest. You know, they're going to have to account for Tyler, because if they don't, he'll hit a crease and he'll be gone.
2nd and 6. Everson comes in motion, fake to him, and it's Ellis keeping it, popping it outside, some room to run.
Hey, nice
he's got
move.
a first down at the 40 and takes it to the 45 if he's ripped down there, but well enough for a first down, a pickup of 11.
Yeah, that play was actually designed to go right off of, I guess, between the left guard and the left tackle. But they sealed the block pretty good on the outside, and so Tyler bounced it to the outside, picked up nice gain on that pickup. Keep the chains moving, Mike. That's what we got to do.
It's been Ellis back-to-back, first down run for him. We'll stay in the same set with him at shotgun now. Everson to the right side. And we'll look to throw. Got time, going to go for Cade down the sideline. Throw it up and incomplete. Really want to see him get up the field. I think he might could have run up under that one, but
Yeah.
a little bit of give and take again with the defender. And it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, their defender pretty much was running step in step with Cade on that play.
Didn't look like Cade really turned it on to try to pull away.
Not till right at the end.
Got a keeper by the quarterback as he lined up under center. Ellis, not a lot there. He picked up a couple, maybe 3, and it's 3rd down and 7, we'll say. Yeah, they worked on that sound system this week and thought they had gotten that right, but it sounds like they've lost a couple of elements in the speaker system.
I do believe so. Because I was hearing them real good early on, and now it sounds like it's kind of going back out again.
Third down play. Looking to pass. Got a man. It's
Wide
caught. It's
open.
Boatwright. First down out across the 50-yard line into Reeltown territory. Late
What?
tackle out of bounds, it looked like. It carried over. They did not throw a flag on that.
Huh. All right. Good catch by Boatwright. Good run. Picked up the first down. And more importantly, he held on to the football.
Great job there by Boatwright. Moves the chains on a 3rd down and long play for the Tigers. First and 10 at the 39-yard line of Reeltown. It's Everson running. He's inside the 35 and backs his way down to about the 33. James Bush and Gloria watching tonight. Says it's a divided house. She's cheering for Reeltown. He's got Tallassee. You know, Mr. Bush, longtime administrator at the school, the music man. And he'll be singing at this McCraney Cottle event they're having this weekend over at First Baptist Church. I know he'll be putting on a show with everybody else that's involved with that. I'm going to give them a quick plug.
No, he's excited
I'm
about
glad
it.
y'all are paying attention tonight with the game. And yes, Mr. Bush is enjoying it a little more right now. 19-7 with a timeout for the injury on the field. And we haven't had any serious injuries tonight. Looks like every single one's been a cramping situation. And, you know, we came in tonight, and the temperature was 80 degrees when we got here, but that's not the thing, is it?
The humidity is tough right now.
It's cool and comfortable out there if you're a fan. You got a little breeze tonight. 76 degrees. I'll take it in August for football.
It has certainly been worse up here in this press box, for sure.
This is a sauna up here.
Baylor Clayton was a player down. He's got to come off the field here for a minute. There's a house divided right there over the years. You know, he got his dad, Britt, was one of the great baseball players at Tallassee back in his day. Of course, he helps out over at Reeltown with some of the baseball stuff now. You know, the Claytons have kind of been on that border right there that's divided Tallassee and Reeltown all these years, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, here we go with a first down play. It is Ellis. They hem him up this time. Not able to get anything there as he stopped at the 35. Getting near that heat break timeout, a 19-7 Tallassee lead. They've responded after the Reeltown score, driving the field.
We're eating a lot of clock right now, Michael.
That's what you want to do with a lead.
Yes. This might be the last play before the heat break.
I think you may have forgotten about it. Griffin, and he's going to Griffith, SS Caden. Got a Griffin and a Griffith. And I think he got the first down to the 26-yard line. And they say move the chains. Yeah. He did just that. The fullback has looked good tonight when he's gotten his carries. That will be the heat break timeout. 5:36. We'll take it as well. 19-7, Tallassee leading Reeltown.
That one, did you notice? Boy, those wide splits they had that time, he just ran right up through it. He didn't even get hit till he's in the secondary.
Ready. First down play. Everything collapses, and Ellis just takes off and picks up a nice gainer inside the 20, down close to the 15-yard line. It looked like he was in trouble. He bailed out, and it worked out for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was actually supposed to be a pass play, and Reeltown got a real good rush on him, and he noticed it, and he peeled out to the right over here, found him a crease, and picked up a good gain right here.
He's very athletic, got some speed, and he ended up with 9 yards on that one. Just about picked up a first down again on a play that probably should have gone nowhere. Second down and a yard.
He's one of those elusive guys. He don't look like he's running as fast as he is.
Handoff, right side run. Bender has the first down, it looks like, down to about the 13-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Yeah, Bender's come in the game to help carry the load a little bit, and now he's cramping. And
got a couple of players down, one for Reeltown and one for Tallassee.
Right.
I think that's Hornsby for Reeltown and Bender for Tallassee. That's Jacob Hornsby, not to be confused with Jake Hornsby. They have two different Hornsby's and both of them have similar names.
Yes.
But both players are down right now. It's been a night where they've been dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't been conditioning. I can guarantee you that. I've seen them out there working during the days when it's very hot and humid. They're playing in the middle of the day, late afternoon when it's the hottest.
And, man, when you start cramping, it's hard to stop it.
Bender's going to come out of the game, and a guy who's dealt with that himself is coming back in, and DJ Leonard. He did get the first down on the run, so Tallassee will have first down at the 13. They're still looking at Hornsby, stretching that leg. And they hurt.
Yes. Yes, they do.
And just when you think you're over it, and you try to plan again and push off, hit you again.
Yep. Everybody catching a breather here. We just had the heat break timeout. It's like they're going to get him on his feet and help him off. They're looking to get the total. I'll try to find out how many paid to come in and see it tonight. They kept a ticket total.
I'd be interested to see what that number is, too, man.
Yeah.
Got a pretty good crowd.
Pretty good one. Here's Tallassee with the first down.
Oh, that's different. Well,
I throw a corner
Everson is back there this time. They snap it directly to him. He broke through a first slew of guys coming through. Got maybe a yard. It wasn't much there. It'll be second down.
I'm hoping that we've got a play off of that play. What I mean on that,
Yeah, I know.
Tyler fake inside and hit a corner route to the end zone. Because Cade can throw the ball,
Well,
too.
that's what I was going to say is that, he's played some quarterback, so, just because he comes in doesn't mean he's just going to run it. Tyler back in now. So he lines up under center, and I think Reeltown jumped. They've done that a few times tonight. Where they drawn off is the question.
No, it's on them. They moved.
It is offsides, or as the old timers say, encroachment.
Encroachment.
You don't hear that one much anymore, do you?
My trusty sideline reporter had that one. Was on top of it.
Take it down to the 8. And it's now second down and about 4. Handoff Griffith, nice little misdirection play. And he got down only to about the 7. They closed the gap fast. It sure looked like he had somewhere to go. And not able to get there. So third down. I like the look of the play. But Reeltown was all over it. Third down, and we'll say about 3 still for the first down from the 7, maybe the 6.
How long has this drive been? We've eaten a lot of clock.
Oh, it's been a big one. Great answer. You'd like to get some points, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
After Reeltown opened the half with their first score of the night, scoring drive and a big run by Woods. Here's Ellis keeping himself, taking it into the end zone for the touchdown. Tyler Ellis and the Tigers go up 25-7. I was asking, can you do anything about the lights when, because we're losing the signal when they do that. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. I don't know what we can do. It's good to see Tyler back, back in the purple and gold, and also back in this game. He missed last year's game because of COVID.
He did indeed. That's when Jalen had his big night over in Reeltown. Ran for, what, 320?
Yep.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, according to Oz's stats, he had 328 yards last year.
It's good.
One of the greatest nights of a running back Tallassee's ever seen.
Do you know what time that drive started, Oz? Does it tell you on there?
Let me see if I can go back and find it.
I didn't know if it was on the front page.
Yeah, they were at the 9, somewhere in the 9-minute range.
So
there.
we ate up a bunch of clock.
Yeah,
That's
almost
good.
7 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
2:41 as they get ready for the extra point try. Carswell coming on to try to make it
9:19 was the first play.
Yeah, so 6.5 minutes, basically. it's a backbreaker. You know, Reeltown had gotten the momentum, had gotten kind of back into it, and then Tallassee drives the field, milks the clock, and puts it back up by 3 scores. We got another player down. That's why we're delayed on the kick, which is coming.
I think that's Hornsby. He had actually gotten up a moment ago after that previous play, and you could tell he had a cramp, but he tried to stay in.
You know, we've seen games where guys have cramped up a lot. I don't know if I've seen this much because this started pretty early. I mean, I can't count how many guys have gone down.
It started like in almost the first drive, in the first quarter.
It was early. It has prolonged the game a little bit tonight. We will let you know that after the game, we got our community home health and hospice post game, and we will name our Spectrum Player of the Game, what we also dub as the C.J. Ledbetter Superman Award for the top player in tonight's performance. It's going to be tough. We've had some big performances from a lot of guys tonight.
Yes, we have. We've had some good performances.
And here comes the extra point try. It will be Battles snapping, Rigsby holding, and Carswell kicking. Good snap and hold. The kick's up, and this one is no good. He missed it left. It remains 25-7. Tallassee on top, 2:41 left in the third quarter. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum. That's a pretty good boot there.
It was.
Carswell with a nice kick, and Spain with a really even better return. For Reeltown, we got a player down for Tallassee on that return. That was one where he almost outkicked the coverage, I guess, didn't he?
Yes, he did. You know, I've noticed tonight, each kick that he's kicked off, they've gotten a little longer every time. So maybe he's about to get in his groove.
And the injured player for Tallassee is Whittington, who is down on the field. I don't think this is cramping either. They're giving him a look. Tom Crane's crew is there tonight. Coach Battles came out. Of course, it's Tallassee Rehab. There's Sterling Turner.
Yeah, Eli's the one that actually put a helmet on the young man, and
he's hobbling a bit. It might have been an ankle or lower leg thing. As he is aided to his feet, he wants to come off on his own. He will be helped a little bit by Sterling as they walk off. And there's Tom down there with him. You know, long-time affiliation, Tallassee Rehab, a long-time sponsor of these broadcasts, too, on WTLS. We appreciate them.
yes, no doubt.
Sterling's there. I mean, Sterling is there pretty much for everything.
He is.
I mean, you go to a practice, you see Sterling. He's always out there.
And people don't realize what a good service that is for Tallassee, to have Tom Crane and his crew to be at all these functions and everything.
It goes beyond Friday nights. They'll get them in on Saturdays and do the clinics. And it's a great thing, a luxury that we've had for so many years.
I know
Since 1987 to be exact.
Yeah, I know Sterling's checked my son many times after wrestling matches.
Low snap as Hornsby looks to throw. He won't get it off. He is sacked. Stuffed in the backfield.
That's going to be on us.
They did get a penalty flag on the play. Fans wanted more than that. afterwards. Luke Burdett got the sack, and we'll see. There's 2 flags, 2 of them on the flag. Did they grab him by the face mask?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
I think so. I think it was a face mask, and then the other one's going to be on us,
I thought he had the jersey, though.
The referee is discussing it right now, what will happen here.
I didn't see much face mask, so I don't know what was going on there.
It is face mask against Tallassee. And there's another call. Personal foul against Tallassee. So, you know, this is huge. It's like 30 yards of penalties coming right here.
It is indeed.
Back. You had a big play, you had a sack, and then it turns into a 30-yard game for Reeltown. They are down to the 38.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Here are the Rebels on first down now in Tallassee territory. Up the middle. And a gain on the play to the 34.
Initial contact was by Caden Griffin on that play. He's doing a good job at that linebacker spot tonight. He's been very active.
Hey, fellas, number 7, Luke, is a man over here to have to be handled with. He is every play relentlessly pursuing the ball. I mean, he was blocked that way that time by 2 men and still come in on the backside of that tackle.
Yeah, Coach Battle said he's the leader of that defense. He's the alpha dog, as he said. He's the guy that the guys are always looking for his lead. He's the leader as a senior of this team. Here's a running play down inside the 30 to the 29 with Thompson. And it sets up 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 to be exact. So we wind down in this 3rd quarter. 25-7 Tallassee lead.
Well, you know, you was talking about Luke. I know there's several schools looking at Luke. He's been kind of going to some different camps and things at some different schools, and he's got a little bit of interest. I know, like, West Alabama was one that he went and visited.
5'11", 207-pounder. Lines up on the defensive end on a 3rd and short. And it will be a first down for Reeltown inside the 25 to the 24-yard line with Woods, who has their score tonight, that long touchdown run he had early in this 3rd quarter. First down for Reeltown now at the Tallassee 24.
Yeah, we got a new man out in the linebacker crew, A.J. Henry, freshman, 6'1", 185, made that tackle.
Toss it over the left side. This time Woods makes a nice cutback. Boy, Swift inside the 20 to the 16. He picked up 8. What will probably be our final play of the 3rd period.
Yeah,
25-7.
We had him dead in the backfield, but we just overrun the play.
So 3 complete, just 1 to go. Tallassee 25, Reeltown 7. Tallassee Tigers football on Score 94 and hit 106.
Mike, ready? She's asking.
Okay. We're ready. All right, stats through 3.
Total offense, Reeltown 202, Tallassee 191, passing Reeltown 61 yards, Tallassee 37. Rushing, Reeltown 141, Tallassee 154. The stats are getting closer. Score is still pretty good spread here.
25-7 it is as we head to the fourth quarter. And Reeltown has some work to do. Clock is not on their side now. But they're driving with a chance here to narrow the gap some more. Hornsby goes under center. I formation behind him. He'll hand it to the tailback. That's Thompson. He'll get inside the 15, down inside the 10, the 5. He's got a first and goal to go about the 2 or 3.
Just a straight ahead run, Michael. Nothing fancy about it. Just eye backfield, like you said. Followed the fullback in the hole.
And no matter the outcome tonight, this is promising for Reeltown going forward. There's a lot of season left. Yeah, you want to win this one. It's a big one. No matter what happens, they came out and they have played pretty solid in the second half. And turnovers are part of football, but take those away, and this is a much different game right now for sure. 25-7. Another player down on the field. We've had many of those cramping injuries tonight. It looks like we might have another.
Might be the running back again.
Coming up after the game, we'll go back to the studio. First one of the season, the scoreboard show. No, Trey Taylor will be anchoring that and have the crew with him, and we'll definitely look forward to your calls. It's brought to you by City Collision. Now, I will say this. We got a lot of prizes to give away tonight. There'll be some trivia. Check them out. Got some merch from Tiger Paw.
All right.
Got a floral bouquet from Burst of Sunshine Floral and Gifts. That might be a good thing for you, Oz. So take some of that.
Anniversary is coming up, man.
Got some gift certificates. I know 1220 has got a certificate in there. So I'll be listening. That'll be going on after the game and until 11 o'clock tonight.
$27 years coming up.
Woo! I'm with you. I'm about there myself, not too far off.
I believe you got Christian and I by one. We're at 26.
I got you.
24. Going on 25. Are you supposed to do something special on the 25th? Not really, do you?
Oh, man, I'm just glad we made it this far. Hey.
No, that's right. Glad Christian hasn't thrown me out yet.
Injured player coming off the field. I think that might be Thompson. It looks a bit more serious than the cramping situation, too. I hope it's not, but he's been pretty good tonight for Reeltown. He set him up with a first and goal.
Might have got his ankle or his knee rolled up or something.
So here are the Rebels. They have a turnover down here once tonight. They're back in the goal line to go situation, and it's Woods trying to juke and jive his way down closer. He will not get very far. He stopped after no gain, second down. I got to say, you got to give credit to this defense. This defense has stepped up when they had to.
That's right.
A little bend but don't break tonight.
They've played good. Got a few things they need to clean up. But, you know, first game, Coach Battles actually talked about, you know, you're not going to know until you get out here to play what you need to clean up.
I formation again. It's going to be a keeper by Hornsby trying to drive his way in on the quarterback sneak. And he got in. It was a late signal, but it came. And Reeltown has scored again. It's 25-13.
I'd be looking for some kind of fake right here.
You think they want to get it to 10? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to try that or not.
Well, this is a heck of a thing to have to go through after you get a touchdown.
Yeah, got to get the right shoe in there. They're going to end up with a delay of game penalty is what they're going to get. And they're late getting a lineman on anyway, so they have to take a penalty. Well, your quarterback wears a different shoe. He's the square-toe, straight-on kicker. You got to get that boot. Yeah, Courtney saying Perez Hicks used to kick him like that. You remember him?
Sure did.
But you know what? It's if you want just a guy that can just kick straight on and
Sterling
kick
did
extra
it.
points, a lot of times that works.
We were talking about Sterling earlier. He did it too. He kicked straight on. I want to say John Goodman kicked straight on. Didn't he kick?
Yes.
A lot of
kicks
those guys did, yeah. Hornsby is from the old school. Lewis had a tough time getting that low snap, and he didn't really get it down. And Hornsby unable to get the kick up there, so it's no good. It remains 25-13. 10:47 left in the football game. Tallassee Tigers football continues on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
We need another long drive right here.
Let me see if we can move that over a little bit here. Here.
Ho, ho, ho. Let's see.
Did I not hit it? Does that look wrong? Is it too close? This is off. Is it? Good enough, man. It's a better way. I just don't know. Yeah. Hornsby setting it up. You know, it might be time for one of those onsides, because they really hadn't stopped Tallassee here in the second half. Tallassee went the distance in the drive. This might be a chance coming here. Now they're just going to go on and kick it. And it's going to be Griffin who gets the return. He's across the 40. He lost his footing up to the 46. Lil Josh Griffin on the return for Tallassee. So
Yeah,
he comes up a little gimpy again.
He was one step from breaking that one.
.38 remaining in the game. Tallassee leads by 12. Jay Turner, straight-on kicker. Mark Fomby remembers. Yes, he was.
He was. I remember that.
Was Jerry Goodman a straight-on kicker? Jerry? I think Jerry was a pretty good kicker. Trying to think of it. You know, back then, most everybody was straight. They just weren't a lot at the high school level.
Hey,
you know,
Ledbetter was a straight-on kicker with the same shoe that you're talking
he
about.
did, yeah.
It was the same one, man. Passed around for 15 years.
Oh, yes. Running play right up the middle with the quarterback, Tyler Ellis. Takes it to midfield,
Yeah,
picking up at least 5.
Yeah, Tay Martin was in on the tackle there. Like I said, he used to be a Tallassee young man and played with us a lot during the youth.
Mike Seegers was a straight-on kicker. Anything about him? Craig, didn't you kick? Craig was a punter. Craig sent that in. Craig Vaughn. Here's Ellis on the run. He got a first down. Across midfield, 45 down to the 40. And out of bounds at the 39. Starting to wear on them a little bit, it looks like. The offensive line getting a good push. Tyler Ellis being called on to run more with some of our backs suffering tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not exactly what they would want to be doing right now. But like I said, 2 or 3 of our backs are struggling with cramps right now.
Uh-oh.
Craig said he was a soccer-style kicker. Here is Everson. He's going to run it himself. And not much there. He got a yard. 2nd and 9. Trinity out 34-16 lead now. That's in the 4th quarter over Booker T. Washington. That's who Tallassee plays next week. Last report we had from Elmore County is 22-14 Panthers in the third quarter. See if we can get an update. Here's Tallassee on 2nd and 9. Ellis with Bender to his left this time. Trips formation to the right side. It will be a run by Bender. He's got a good block. Still block on the corner. And he got inside the 35 to the 34. Caden Griffith kind of opened that up for him on the outside.
I don't know who got the worst end of that deal, Bender or the defender.
I think it was Bender.
3rd and 4 after a nice 5-yard pickup.
He's a tough young man, though.
He sure is.
Eight minutes left in the game. It's 3rd down. And it's Ellis. Right side run, and Ellis with a first down run inside the 30 to the 27. It's nice to have him back this year. I'm glad he came back to Tallassee. He's definitely going to be an asset to this program.
Well, I mean, you know, he played his first 3 years here, started as a 9th grader. I know it would have been tough on a young man to leave his family, his Tallassee family here, and go play somewhere else. And I'm like you, I'm glad he's back. He certainly adds a dimension to our backfield.
Now's when you start letting that play clock run down to
Boy,
one.
don't you?
I think we may soon find out what kind of shape he's in as well. I think we're going to see a lot of him right here.
Yeah, with so many guys banged up, or basically having cramping issues, it's turned into the Tyler Ellis show. And look at him run there, the second effort inside the 25, down near the 20, just about picked up another first down. It's nice to know you got that in your arsenal, for sure. He may be getting close to 100 yards himself tonight. There,
He's knocking on it.
Let me check it out just a second.
Got a 2nd and short coming up, 2nd and 3 for the Tigers at the Reeltown 20. 25-13 Tallassee lead. Ellis will line up outside as receiver this time. And Everson at quarterback. And he'll run it himself, and he'll go left, and he'll go right through the middle, and down to the 5, into the goal line, and into the end zone. A touchdown. Cade Everson, a couple of scores tonight.
Yep.
Quite the tandem.
And I was just about to mention that. It's good to see Cade getting some snaps at quarterback also. And you just mentioned about the tandem. There's going to be some wrinkles off of that play sometime during the season. Cade's not thrown the ball yet tonight, but we all know he can throw the ball. So there's going to be some wrinkles.
31-13 Tigers coming in for the extra point.
So it looks like Cade has 71 yards. Tyler's got 72.
How about that?
That's a pretty good match. Tit for tat, as they say. Here
Sure
is
enough.
Carswell's try on the extra point coming up. Low snap, and Rigsby's just going to have to take off, try to throw it to the end zone. He does, incomplete. And we have struggled in that department. That's something we'll work on a little bit. 31-13, the score remains. Tallassee leading, though. 6:27 left in the game. Tallassee Tigers football from Score 94 and Hit 106. Yeah. Yep. Tallassee trying to cruise to another big win here to open the season against Reeltown, leading 31-13. 6:27 left in the game.
You know, I'm going to tell you, Alec, he might have had it tough on the extra points, but he's done a jam-up job on the kickoffs tonight.
He's got a leg. You are correct. He has kicked it pretty deep the last few times. Let's see if he can put the toe to the leather one more time and make it sail. Got up under that one a little short range kick that is taken on a hop by Spain. He comes across the 15, trying to get out to the 20, still on his feet.
There's a hold
Cuts
bad.
back and is down at the 25. And no flags on the field.
I said I was going to do better about the refs this year, so I'm going to leave that one alone.
There are more messages tonight. We do have a confirmation that it's still 22-14. Elmore County leading. That game has gone to the fourth quarter.
You mean Elmore County's actually played defense in the third quarter?
That's the difference tonight.
How about that?
Ben Taylor with his report. Franklin has come back and beaten Kent 24-19. Steve Stokes, he says, Russ Stokes was a straight-on kicker, kicked the game winner against Charles Henderson.
Man, that's going way back.
I remember another guy that kicked the game winner against Charles Henderson. You remember that Nick Mullins kick?
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't straight on, though.
No, he was soccer style.
Russ might have been one of the last of the straight-on kickers at Tallassee.
That was good pursuit by our defense. Strung the play out, and the guy tried to bounce it outside. I think it was number 12.
That's Spain again. No gain on the play.
Man, he would have had him about 4 yards if he hadn't gone backwards.
Yeah, they were platooning, at least rotating the two quarterbacks tonight, and it's pretty much become the Hornsby show. They did have Spivey in a good bit in the first half, but it's been almost exclusively Hornsby in the second. Swing out to Thompson. He's got some room to run, but the Tigers close it quickly. Oh, there's going to be a penalty play going against Reeltown. Thompson might get tossed for that. He threw a punch.
He threw an elbow.
And his own coach is going to take care of that business. A couple of his coaches, they're not going to tolerate that. Yeah, the frustrations have set in. It's tough, but you got to somehow keep your composure. Derek Ansley, Coach Ansley, getting ready for the NFL. He's in camp right now. He's watching some tonight. Thank you, Coach. Awesome. His team is looking good, so a good compliment from Coach Ansley.
Thanks, Coach Ansley. That's awesome.
I don't think that Derek kicked in high school, did he? He never kicked extra points. So I can't say if he was kicking straight on or not.
Hey, what'd they call that? Unsportsmanlike or a personal foul?
Yeah, either one. Just pick your one. That might have been more on the personal foul side.
But it was very unsportsmanlike as well.
Sure was. Number 50 has entered the game for Tallassee. Takari Ford, junior, 5'8", 260, at nose tackle. Good to see Eli Whittington back in the game.
That penalty makes it 3rd and about 20. Here comes the pressure. Hornsby eludes it for the moment. Then he's taken down. Another sack by the Tallassee defense. A couple of Tigers coming in there and doing some damage there. Hooks was the first in, and then Barrow came in to clean it up.
I like our aggressive schemes that we're running tonight on defense. I mean, it seems like we're blitzing a whole lot more tonight than we normally do. So
they have done it a lot tonight. You are correct.
It's good to see, though.
Back up to their 9. They'll have to punt it. Will Reeltown. They're going to use a timeout. We'll keep it here. We'll wind down in this one. 4:35 to go. They've yet to stop the clock. Now they do. 4:34. 31-13. Tigers on top, trying to get the win to open the season. What do you need?
Who got the sack?
I was giving that to, I was giving that kind of, were you giving a half on that?
Yeah, you can give 2.
I think we should give halves on that because we gave it to Joseph Hooks and Brandon Barrow. Was that correct, Phillips? Is that what you had?
That's what I have.
We want to give him credit. Now, I wish we could get more on the defensive side, but Oz is trying to keep up with all of it. So
I'm
he's
trying. I've missed a
multitasking.
few of the. I've missed a few
He's
of the
getting
tackles now.
as many of those names in there and the stat keeping as he can tonight for you. Well, seemed like it took forever to get here, but we're just about to wrap it up here. Just 4:34 remaining in this game. A 31-13 lead for Tallassee. Yeah, we get the kicker list tonight. I'm getting a lot of kickers. Derek Scott, but he was soccer style.
Oh, they got to go for it. Yep.
Of course, you know Hunter Mullins was a heck of a kicker, wasn't he?
Yes.
He could punt too.
He was one of the better ones we've had.
Played college. He was a punter in college. Fourth down, Reeltown wants to go, and they hit as they let it go. Could have been potentially called a fumble. Hornsby was hammered from his backside. And it was Burdette who got him good.
You know,
they called it incomplete.
Brad was talking about him a while ago over on the sidelines and said that he is definitely the leader of that defense. And, you know, we've been watching him for a few years. He was good, you know, even early on as a 9th, 10th grader. He was always active on defense. Sure has played a good game tonight.
You know, I don't care if they called it incomplete. I gave him the sack.
Yeah, he was
because he rung his bell.
Okay.
And they could have called it a fumble. I don't know if his arm was going forward.
Well, you got to give Matt Johnson some due on that. He went for it on 4th and forever and was on the 9-yard line. He wasn't going to just punt it away. But now Tallassee has it with a chance to put an exclamation point on this one. Ellis keeps up the middle. He's hit hard as he's rocked at the 5-yard line. Picked up about 3 or maybe 4. Second down and goal. A lot of the fans have now left. Second down play coming up. Running right is Ellis. To the goal line. Did he get in there? Yes, he did. Another touchdown for the Tigers. And Tyler Ellis making it 37-13. Carswell coming back on to give it another try here. Let's see if we can get a good snap and hold. We did. And the kick is wide left. He's going to have to work on that one. Straighten that one out a little bit.
Yeah,
everything's kind of pulling, yeah.
It is.
37-13, Tigers lead. 3:43 left to play. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
I don't think they're coming back, Michael. Huh? Yeah. But I'm tell you, I wouldn't be running Tyler anymore. He was taking a beating.
I was going to say Bender for the skipping school, but Tyler's done so good, man. I don't know. We've got several kids. Luke Burdett's been really good tonight.
I mean, Bender had the scoop and score. He's had a good run, but
you know, Kate Everson's had a good night. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. About 3 or 4 might choose.
Sterling.
For real.
Yeah. Carswell kicks a short one.
Oh.
The ball's on the ground. Martin tried to get it going. I don't know if he got back on it or not.
That was a good lick.
He did. Fumbled it for a moment, but came right back to him.
Good lick by Travaris Langford. You know, he might not be the biggest man on the field, but the dude's got heart. That's for sure. Got a few new young men on the field. Rush Wright is over there, number 27 at the right cornerback spot. Good to see a few extra guys getting into play in rotation tonight.
Wow.
Tallassee's going to use a timeout, so we'll keep it here during that brief moment. 3:36. This one's been going on for a while.
It has.
Getting close to 3 hours. That's pretty long for a high school game. Because we did start a little before 7, didn't we? A couple of minutes?
About 2 or 3 minutes, yeah. We ought to just pack up and going over to the bank and get ready.
Yeah, we'll be there early in the morning, right? Rise and shine at First Community Bank Football Friday.
Boy.
We'll have to recap this one. We'll talk about some of the other games. And, of course, tonight we'll have all the scores for you. We're going to do our first installment of the scoreboard show. Looks like that's the final score. Trinity has won. It was 34-16 over Booker T. Washington. And at Boykin Field in Montgomery.
Well, we got a lot of young guys on the field now. Let's see here. Well, no, that's Luke still out there. Number 41, A.J. Henry, he's a freshman. Number 50, we mentioned him a while ago. Let's see who we got over here on this side. Number 16, Cortland Roberts. Good to see him out there. Bryson Rigsby's out on the field. Good to see him on the field.
Hornsby wants to throw down the middle of the field. It is caught and it dropped. Will they call it incomplete? Yes, it is. Spain had it. He had 3 defenders around him, but he went up and got it. And then it came out.
Yeah, Jaden McKenzie was actually in on that play, number 15. He was back deep at free safety. Looks like Mason Battles is out on the field. Trying to call some of these young men that normally don't get called. Let's see who else we got, Michael. I think I see Troop Cresswell out on the field. Mason Henderson, I believe, is on the field at linebacker. Good to see all these young men out getting them some reps.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hornsby lets it fly, and it is caught for a first down. That was Collins on the catch, and out to the 48 of Reeltown.
I know he caught the ball, but Cortland Roberts, number 16, he just checked in the ball game. He's a freshman, 5'7", 161, but he actually had good coverage on the young man. It wasn't the defense. He just made a good play. He high-pointed the ball really well and come down with it.
Under 3 minutes left. A 37-13 Tallassee lead. Underneath throw to Spain. He goes back, breaks a tackle, but finally stopped as he crosses midfield mark to the 49 of Tallassee. All that for about 5 yards.
Number 60, Michael Walker for the Tallassee Tigers, was putting good pressure on the quarterback.
(22-17). And Marbury adds a field goal. Elmore County holding on right now with 6 minutes left in the game. Here is the 2nd down play as they want to go deep. Hornsby, and it's intercepted by Cortland Roberts. Back at the 20-yard line. How about that?
Sorry about that, Michael. That was a good play by Cortland Roberts. I jumped the call on you a little bit. Sorry about that.
All right.
But it's good to see them young guys, them freshmen out there making plays. Congratulations to Cortland Roberts. Freshman.
Well, another turnover for Reeltown. It's cost them tonight. And the Tigers take over. Hopefully they can run out the clock and we can wrap this thing up. I want to give the guys in the studio a little time tonight, don't we?
Absolutely. I know what I would do. Tyler Ellis would stay over there and hold a clipboard with me.
That's the truth. Don't get a delay.
Yeah, I think you put your JV team in there and let them get some work now,
I
don't you?
think so, yeah.
I know they'll be getting started here soon anyway. Their season's right around the corner. They call it timeout. Tallassee did, so that's what they want to do, is get those guys together. I'm assuming he's trying to get everybody in there. And that was a lot of the younger guys in on that drive right there. Obviously, several ninth graders on the field.
Several ninth graders, several sophomores. So it was good to have that opportunity for those men to go out and play.
It's a big moment. Cortland Robinson is a ninth grader. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
He can always say, I intercepted a ball against Reeltown.
Absolutely.
He can never take that away from him.
Look, as a freshman.
As a ninth grader, I did that my first game. Even though the game might be an afterthought, that's a moment that will last a lifetime for him for sure. Here come the Tigers. It will be Rigsby coming in at quarterback. McKenzie alongside. He'll give it to him. This is Jaden McKenzie. And he will be taken down. Not much there for him, as he might have dropped a yard or two, lost a little there.
Yeah,
now, there's the genes of Alfred Rivers. Jaden is his son.
That's right.
And he's got the speed that Alfred had. And that's saying something. You know how fast Alfred was.
Looks like we got a bunch of new kids on the offensive side of the ball. Looks like we got several offensive linemen. Joel Holcomb is out on the field. Good to see him out on the field tonight.
Appreciate all the comments tonight. Scott, appreciate you checking in. Just got his message as the Tigers run in. Of course, Bath Innovations of Alabama, new sponsor. We appreciate all the advertisers. These sponsors make these games possible for you. We appreciate that for so many years here on WTLS. Down to about a minute to go now. Well, the trophy will remain at Tallassee. If you go where they're putting up a new high school, they got the portable buildings. The student body pretty much does everything in portables. There's a couple of classrooms and still the old structure next door in the annex. But if you go into the office, as Rigsby fumbled the ball, I don't know if he got it back or not. You go into the office, that trophy is proudly displayed there. It's that King's cap, it's the King of the Tallapoosa, as they call it. And it's there in that office there, and they'll get to keep it there for maybe until a new school is completed.
Yep.
Because it should be done hopefully by the end of this year, we think. You got 365 now, right?
Not only that, but the tie is broken now.
Yes.
That's right. Tallassee's going to have the lead in this series. They won't have to take another snap. They have won it tonight. 37-13, they beat Reeltown. Back-to-back W's. And again, the series advantage in favor of the Tigers now 10-9 overall. And there go the Tiger players for the scoreboard pick. Everybody gathering around, a big moment for the guys in purple and gold. Not so much for the visitors from Reeltown. But thank goodness this thing's back on the schedule. We'll be back over there at Nick's Webster O'Neill next year to return to favor with this gate, which was a big one tonight for both of these programs, is split regardless of where the game is played. That's a great thing for both schools. So we appreciate you listening and watching. We still got the Community Home Health and Hospice post-game coming up, and our Spectrum Player of the Game, our Superman Award, the C.J. Ledbetter Honor. That's coming up. So keep it here. Once again, Tallassee, a big winner, 37-13. More coming up right here from WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum.
Tyler had 81 yards, 4.5-yard. Kate Everson had 71 yards, 7.
What's it going to be?
Yeah, that scooping score was the turning point of the game, though.
So what do you want to do?
That was 14-point swing. So.
Give it to Bender? That's a good point.
And he had another good run, and he played well on defense.
And he is a senior. Those other guys will get chances all year anyway.
That's right.
I ain't got anything to do with that scoreboard. Does it still come off of this right here? I won't mess with it. Yeah. Tallassee 37, Reeltown 13. That's a final. Tigers take the trophy, the Battle of the Tallapoosa. Todd Blocker sent him a message in. He said, I made that trophy, that King of the Tallapoosa, that's going to stay in Tallassee for another year, 365 days, all right? It's bragging rights. I heard you and Trey talking this morning, and he says this is as big a rivalry as there is. And it really is. He said this is like Alabama and Auburn to me. I mean, and it is on a high school level, I'd say it's a pretty big deal. There's a lot of folks that have really enjoyed the past few weeks. They take the banner. There's been some fun back and forth. We enjoyed that too. But it's great to see this game on the schedule. I really don't compare any of the games that we play like it. It's just the way it is.
You're right, Michael. I love to watch Tallassee football, but this is the crescendo for me also. I mean, it's just a game that I'm so glad we brought it back. I'm so glad that we get to play Reeltown again, and it's just a good rivalry. It's fun. Love to watch it.
You want them?
Yeah, give them to us.
Okay.
Stats.
So, I mean,
stats from Oz.
I'll be honest with you. The stats don't really tell a lot because there's not a huge difference. Total offense, Reeltown 240, Tallassee 252. Passing, Reeltown 88 yards on 9 of 16. Tallassee 37 yards on 2 of 8. Rushing, Reeltown had 152 yards on 28 attempts. Tallassee had 215 yards on 43 attempts. And then you got to look at the penalties. Now, this is a glaring difference here. Reeltown, 12 penalties for 85 yards. Tallassee, 6 for 50. And I don't think you can dispute any of those. Those were legit penalties.
Let's go down the field. Brad Davis with Coach Mike Battles.
All right, Coach, that's 2 in a row. I know there's a lot leading into this game. I know it's a good way to start the season. What do you got to say about how the guys played tonight?
Tonight was survival of the fittest. We knew that they wouldn't give up. We thought we were in pretty good condition. I talked with Coach Johnson. He thought they were. But I think, just the fact that it's the first game is so hyped up, and it's very humid tonight. We got good weather and didn't have any water, any rain. But our kids just hung in there. We had some young kids. I think our depth helped us. We were able to rotate some kids in, but, our kids fought hard. And this was a big game for the seniors. Last time we played Reeltown on this field, they beat us in overtime. And, I reminded our seniors of that all week, and you get one shot at it. And so I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the team, but it's just the first game of the year. And we came out last year and won, and then came out and lost 2 in a row. So if we can change that and get back and, just the next game mentality and go back to work Monday. But, anytime you beat your crosstown rival, it just, it's good. Everything looks better.
And I was talking to McGlass. He's 2-0. He just wanted me to remind you.
Yeah, well, hey, that's his record. He's undefeated.
That's it. Good job, Coach. Go enjoy it with your team.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Coach Mike Battles. Victorious tonight. His Tigers win it 37-13. It brings us to our Spectrum Player of the Game, our C.J. Ledbetter Superman Award. And we talked about it. We felt like the turning point in the game was the scoop and score, and it went about 99 yards. James Bender, the senior, is our player of the game. And, he came in as well and spared him in the backfield. He's one of those guys that plays on defense, offense, and does it all. So congratulations to him. And we had a very tough time picking, by the way, because we had so many different guys that we could have gone with. And you know, we came into this season not knowing exactly what we were going to do at quarterback. We got two guys that kind of split some duty. Tyler Ellis did most of the work tonight, but Cade Everson looked very good as well, lining up, kind of in a Wildcat type setup tonight.
And, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, Michael, because that's going to pay dividends down the road. It certainly was huge tonight, but be able to rotate those guys in and out and both of them get some reps, because both of them have, you know, a little bit different skill set. Cade's really, really fast. So glad to see both of them get reps, and they'll build off of that.
And Cade created a fumble on a play tonight.
Right.
It was a big one. Luke Burdett was big time on
Yes.
defense. A lot of these guys,
Yes.
you know, we saw a youngster get an interception, and Cortland Roberts, a freshman.
That was good to see.
So, yeah, I mean, we could go all over the field. It was a total team effort tonight for the Tigers. Congratulations on the victory, 37-13 final. We don't want to take more time here. We're going to turn it over to the studio. We got a little more than an hour left with the scoreboard show presented by City Collision with Trey and the gang there. Coming your way here in just a few moments. Want to thank Tiger Nation for their hard work tonight. A lot of compliments on their job. HDD for the streaming services tonight. Their hard work in getting us up and running tonight, even though we had a little snafu right at the beginning of the broadcast. And our producer, Leanne Butler, handling the duties as always back in the studio. For the entire crew here, for Brad Davis, for Stephen Osborne, for Philip Nelson, for the Tiger Nation guys, Philip Beckham and Courtney Thornton. Michael Butler, thanking you for listening and watching. Once again, your final score, Tallassee 37, Reeltown 13. Thank you all. I guess we hit stop on both.